Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sector 1. We are here again once again for Season 10. We're kicking things off with Round 1. It is, of course, the Lago Maggiore Megasprint. My name is Lenosis, and joining me in the commentary box this evening is your Category 2 race directors. We have the Banker and Captain Muffin. How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Okay, Lenocious, really good. Looking forward to this. It's been a long break between seasons, and just from what I've seen over the last week or two, as people get serious, it's going to be a cracker of a season.
Absolutely.
It,
This track. Oh, I forgot about you, Muffin. Off you go.
it's okay, it's alright. You know, I'm not important anyway, don't stress. Good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to everyone from Australia, New Zealand. Welcome back to Sector 1 Sim Racing. We're here for Season 10. As Lenosis said, welcome to you all. Hope you two boys here in the com box with me are doing well tonight. And look, man, I've said this before and I'll say it again. In the words of Big Kev, I'm excited.
Absolutely. I mean, if this track and the practice is anything to go by, as the banker said, we are in for an absolutely spectacular season. I mean, the racing is closer than ever. It's just so much fun to drive this car. It is, of course, the Renault Megane, and it's just amazing. The racing's amazing. The car's amazing to drive. It's just a recipe for absolutely incredible racing. Without further ado, let's have a look at our track map for tonight. So we are, of course, here at Autodromo Lago Maggiore on the East Course. The format is a mega sprint, so we have all 4 divisions out here tonight and racing all 56 of our drivers. It's a 10-minute qualifying followed by a 25-minute race. We're kicking it off with Category 2B in a moment's time. The usage rates for this evening are 3 times tyres, 4 times fuel, and a 2 litre per second refuel rate. With both the soft and medium compound tyres available to the drivers, neither of those being mandatory, so the drivers can chuck on whatever they want to use. So, of course, we are on the East Course. It's 11 turns, 3.643 kilometres. Definitely a track that a combination that we've seen before in Sector 1 history. We formerly raced on this track back in Season 4, or was it Season 3 of the Community Series, which was in this car on this track. And little fun fact for you is that was actually my first ever Community Series race back in Sector 1. So a track and car combination that's close to my heart. We'll just have a look quickly at the race strategy. Now, it's quite an interesting strategy, this one. We've got either soft till the end or mediums till the end. That's the 2 options. I don't think I will see any difference aside from that, but it's just a straight out sprint for this event. Now, if you want to run the softs, you have to be very light-footed, and when you're driving light-footed, you're not going to necessarily have the pace advantage over the medium runners. So I think it's going to take in the hands of an alien in order to carry those softs all the way to the end. I think for most people, the mediums is going to be the appropriate choice. It just seems like the better racing tyre this evening. What do you think, Banker?
Yeah, absolutely. You can run the softs, but the last 3 laps you just bleed time quite seriously. But it's surprising, the differential to the mediums isn't that great. And the other thing that we've noticed over race distances, there's been a few practice races that I've been involved with over the past 3 or 4 days with guys from each division. We've seen a difference of up to 30% tyre difference in wear on the front left and front right during the course of a race. So within the drivers, and depending on whether they're having to push hard at the start or end of races, it's really making a bit of a noticeable difference in tyre wear. So it just won't be put the mediums on and go hard, because the people that chew them up too early will pay the price at the end.
Absolutely. And funny you say that with the divisions all getting into lobbies and the wear difference coming into effect. That's a really great point, because it shows that experience driving, conserving tyres and fuel are going to play a big part in this season and this race especially. So without further ado, I reckon we don't keep these guys waiting any longer, and let's get started with Season 10 for our first qualifying session. It is, of course, Category 2B, Adelaide Ceramic Coatings, kicking us off in a moment's time.
Yep, just sent the boys a message, and I have pushed the green button. 9 seconds.
Oh, Here we go.
I think
Thanks.
we're possibly here. We'll see certainly low 24s, but I think we'll see a couple get into the 23s. Some of the times in the practice have been very impressive, and from some of the newer drivers as well.
Ooh. And we are a go for qualifying in Category 2B. Just want to say hello to everybody in the chat this evening. We have Dale Hagstrom in the chat, Rainbow Socks, Robert Rice, Captain Muffins in the chat as well, Racing Accountant, Grobble, Ghost and Jim Bob in the chat as well. Thanks for joining us in Season 10, everybody. Double figures of Sector 1. It's quite a milestone. Sector 1 has come a long way over the years, but we're out on track at the moment, and this has potential to be one of the best seasons in Sector 1.
Yeah, it will certainly be the car and the skill set of the drivers in each division. I think every race will be close, and well, this is a sprint format. We've got some longer races. I think standard race about 45 odd minutes, and we've got an endurance round, so it's a full season. Yeah,
absolutely. We have quite a few different varying events throughout this season, as well as the standard events. And the banker mentioned we have the sprints, the enduro, and we've also got just a different couple of qualifying formats to try out, and also we have brand sacks, whatever we want to call that, where we have a sprint and then an enduro, or a mini or full race length, I should say, and then we have a one-shot qualifying at Alsace later in the season, which is then a mini enduro, which is about an hour long. So definitely shaking things up for the drivers this season. All sorts of different racing. But now, I think all we need to do is check out these absolutely spectacular liveries that are on the grid this evening. Cruisin', the first driver out on track tonight, switching teams once again. He finds himself with Switchblade in the Gamesman car. Madrick and Archangel just behind on track. And two returning drivers. Madrick stays with Black Rose, I believe. And that's what car he's got, isn't it? Yes.
Yep, Black Rose, yep.
And Archangel, of course, the team owner of Symmetry Motorsport. Keswick Johnson out on track just after them. Fourth out on track, remaining with the Brocchio 5 Sim Racing team, which were the champions last season in Season 9. So they remain the same as a squad, same 4 drivers. Killer on the Loose stays with Lightning Motorsport for Season 10. The number 22 out on track in the McGann. Greg's new driver on the track. Aussie expat living in Thailand. He races for Symmetry Motorsport this evening. And yeah, running the number 69 on that Symmetry Motorsport car. 7th out on track, the other Lightning Motorsport car in this Category 2 field. It is, of course, Laminator. He won a couple of races last season, and he's back out here in Category 2B to start off Season 10. Petey Pops, he's sitting in his qualifying lap. He's in 8th at the moment, and he, once again, is driving for Doghouse Motorsport there. As we've all of a sudden been all mixed up with hell laps, so I won't be able to find anyone on track from here on out. But we'll just see how we go. So Cruisin', after the first laps come in, he goes to pole position provisionally. That's a great showing from Cruisin'. He struggled at the end of last season, but he's now's the season where he's going to put down the hammer and show us what he's worth. On a good day back in the day, Cruisin', top of Div 1 pace, so finding himself down in Category 2B has something to prove tonight. Hopefully pole position, race win, fastest lap on the cards for the Switchblade Sim Sport driver, I should say. Madrick joins him alongside
he's a second down on this lap. But yeah, 5 tenths between first and 8th on the opening quali lap.
With 1,000 separating Killer and Malevolent one for P3 and 4. These are crazy margins. Look at the gaps. Dobrev once again racing for CP Motorsports. That's gonna take some getting used to. The change of colours on the CP Motorsports cars this season. They're quite similar to the Switchblade cars, if I must say. So, going back to sort of some older colours on the CP Motorsports outfit, as the first drivers peel into the pits. The good Doc.
Yeah, not a bad strategy if that second lap isn't hasn't paid off for them, get in now, get your tyres, because they'll certainly hold out for another 3.
Yeah, absolutely. So the good doc, he finds his way out on track in this Category 2B field in the Tyre Power Launceston Blacklight Motorsport car. And once again, good doc has done an absolutely spectacular job with those Blacklight cars. And they just look spectacular out on track, don't they?
Oh, absolutely. And Madrick's actually got a bit of, he's right in slipstream range here of cruising. So if he, all being equal, he should pull in a very good lap, especially down the straight at the last corner.
Yeah, absolutely. He is up on his time. Is he able to find it as they come through Toscano? And under brakes for the final time into mini NASCAR now. Oh, he runs deep, but that's what you want to do kind of for that corner. You want to peel it back in and late apex that to get as much to... Oh, he runs wide. Looks like he's lost a bucket of time while they're in the pits anyway. Yeah. Killer on the loose will set a lap. And what's it going to be? He might improve. Doesn't. As Rudzi in the Black Rose Racing car. He's a new bloke on the block as well. Goes to P2. What a lap. Puts himself on the front row of the grid provisionally with 4 minutes left on the clock. That's a great lap.
Actually,
from him.
I'll make a call now. Keep an eye on Rainbow Sox. He has got a little bit of traffic in front of him, but he was dead set on for a 23.8 in practice.
Ooh.
And he's just got fresh tyres. This is his first time lap.
Right on board with him in his first ever official qualifying lap in Sector 1. A qualifying session, not lap. But this is his first Comms Box hot lap. Under brakes. Oh yeah, he does have quite a bit of traffic. But can he navigate it well and still be on for a good lap? As he overtakes Petey Pops there. He's going to have all the
slightly down. Yeah.
Half a tenth. Under brakes. That's very late on the brakes, but he gets it slowed down and turned in. He's now got Killer on the loose on the outside, or is that Laminator? It's one of the Lightning cars. He's going to sweep on by into the Ferrari S's now. Gets it turned in, using all the track limits available. This is very nice, tidy driving. Oh, not as green as he could have been. He's up by 2 seconds. He's on for a pole lap here. Look at this.
Absolutely.
One more corner to go. Into mini NASCAR. Under brakes. Can the young bloke go on to pole position in his first ever official qualifying session? Gets it turned in. Looks very tidy. It's
good
looking
exit,
good.
no pressure.
Oh, let's see what happens. Towards the finish line. How close is he going to get? Is he going to go all the way?
Oh, just a fraction
so
off.
close. Oh, what an effort from Rainbow Sox. 27 for, what is, that is not the lap time, 1 second.
No, that's
a 24.5.
24.5.
Oh.
There we go.
That's a brilliant lap from cruising.
Yeah. Absolutely, and I think Rainbow Sox on this lap will pull a few more tenths out of that, so close to a flat 24. So cruising needs to, he's done a 24.1. We'll just see what he's like through the next timing marker.
Yeah, that was his out lap, so I mean, if you can do a 24.1, that'll be spectacular, but he's down by 2 tenths. He's going to get another crack at it. He's got, who's that behind? I believe that's Madrick behind him in the Black Rose Racing car. Can the Switchblade driver hold on to the pole position? On the power now.
He's pretty much level pegging with his previous lap. It'll be the braking here will be where all the time will be.
Absolutely. I expect Madrick to jump up a little bit. Oh, he does, 3 tenths. What a lap from Madrick. Oh, he finds the 24.1. And Greggs goes to P2 as well. What a lap from Greggs. Cruisin holds on to third. He's got to find something in the last lap of this session. Laminated to P3. It's all kicking off. The chopping and changing has begun. All these guys are going to get one more lap in.
Yeah, the tyres have come into their prime here on this last lap, so they just clean lines.
Was third, and now he's in 8th after the last run of qualifying laps. And Malevolent One pops himself up into P3. This will be the last lap for all these guys. riding on board with Cruisin' as he exits
Guess who's
Talladega.
purple? Our
Who's
rookie's purple. Rainbow socks.
Oh,
First sector of the track. And a clear track in front. Same with Cruisin's, just 0.18 behind his best.
As Rainbow Socks comes through the Ferrari SS. Wants his sector split. He's up.
He's purple.
This is a big lap. Can he convert it to a pole position? Madrick to the top of the times. Now Rainbow Socks under brakes, very late under brakes, gets it turned in, does he? Yes, at the perfect apex, on the power. What's he gonna do? Can he go all the way? A pole, Greg's is done, Cruisin's done. I think that's everyone.
Yeah, top three within 3.5 tenths.
Wowee.
Extremely competitive. And the exciting part is, this isn't the race. It's got to come yet. 18 laps of mayhem.
The first 10 minutes of the season, if that's anything to go by, then we are in for an absolute treat this season. Wowee, what a start to the season. Now that's a qualifying session if you've ever seen one. So now, it's time for our first ACC Adelaide Ceramic Coatings qualifying results of the season. Here's how they shape up going into race 1 of the season. Laminator takes pole position with a 23.856 for Lightning Motorsport. Madrick finds himself alongside the front row of the grid with a 24.1. Laminator in a league of his own, the only driver in the 23s there. Greg's, we're in third position, just 3 tenths off the leaders. Malevolent One there in fourth, joins Greg's on the second row of the grid. Cruisin', after dominating the early stages of the session, falls to fifth in the later stages. Rainbow Socks, almost a hero's lap towards the end there, but can only amount to P6 to start off this one. Rudzi will be starting in 7th. We have Killer on the loose in 8th spot. Dobrev in 9th. The Good Doc 10th. Keza 11th. Petey Pops in 12th. And Archangel will be starting from the rear of the grid this evening. Wow, what an absolutely incredible session. That was remarkable. Oh, you love to see it.
And watching those times, I reckon a lot of that came down to the last corner. So we'll see if that plays out in the race, because it is an overtaking chance. There's, believe it or not, there's probably 2 decent lines through that corner. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see just how that pans out.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. That it's just amazing to watch. Makes you miss the off season. I mean, when you're in the off season, it makes you miss the main game. But then when we return back, it's just so good. Absolutely love it. So what do you say we get started with the first race of 2025 and of season 10?
No worries, we'll do that. The guys have had a couple of minutes to check their tyre choices, because this season we can run soft or medium. So pushing the button now.
Whoa, here
8
we
seconds.
go.
Yeah.
The first race of the Megasprint about to get underway. Thanks for joining us tonight, everybody. We've currently got 31 in the chat. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. Oh, it's going to be absolutely brilliant. I can already feel it. As the drivers lined up on the grid and waiting.
I'm getting excited. Don't know where to sit on the grid.
3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we're in the racing here at Maggiore East. And it looks like everyone gets off to a good start as they barrel down towards the first turn. Does Laminator hold the lead into the first turn? Yes, he does. Who's that? Rudzi down the inside, I think, or is that Cruisin', I think? Oh, do they keep it clean? Looks like they do. First start of season 10. They've all made it through clean sailing. As Laminator holds the lead, he's already got a 6/10 gap over the others. And oh, they're all slotting and darting and diving for position as they come through Checo. Checo, it's Italian for blind, as it is a blind corner as you head through and down the hill into Talladega. Under brakes, Madrick not giving up on Laminator just yet. All that it is a 25-minute sprint till the finish. First lap nerves still high and mighty. Not seeing much chopping and changing up the front. Oh, they're too wide through the Ferrari S's. Look at that. Rudzi and Rainbow Sox absolutely going hammer and tong through the Ferrari S's. And down the hill now through Toscana. And into Mini NASCAR goes Laminator. He's under a lot of pressure from Mandrick in P2. The top 5 neck and neck.
That's sensational. We've got a clean start, clean first lap, so the race is on.
Absolutely. As we see Rainbow Sox and Good Doc fighting it out there. No moves at the moment. So Laminator holds the lead of the race. So what do you say? You tell us what tyres everybody is on there, Banker. Is everyone on the mediums or... Oh no, we've had a disconnect! Oh no! Rudzi has disconnected on lap number 2 of the race, unfortunately.
That is a shame. I didn't see that.
Oh wait,
okay, I will run... Is it an incident or...?
PD Pops is off behind the pack. I'll see if we can catch it on the JSM accounting action replay. So he's facing the wrong way at the first turn. Not too sure what's happened there for PD Pops, but unfortunately, and continuing his string of bad luck into season 10, and he finds himself a long way away off the back of the pack.
Yeah, and not very well. He picked up a bug overseas during the break, and been struggling big time since his return earlier in the week. But go through the tyres quickly for A-Power Automotive tyre update, and we'll keep an eye on them during the course of the race. But we've got Laminator on mediums, Madrick mediums, Greg's medium, Cruisin', Malevolent One, Killer, all on mediums, Rainbow Sox. Actually, the whole field's on mediums. There you go. So a wise choice given the race. It's just something, if you can take care of your car, you pretty much take your mind off the tyres. It's that last third of the race, they do get a bit sketchy where you're having a couple of bites at turn in, but generally a good race tyre.
Thanks for the APR Automotive Tyre and Fuel update, brought to you by the Banker. As we rejoin the racing action, Laminator out front at the moment. He's got a 1.1 second gap. He's got Madrick, Greg's, Cruisin' just behind, all vying for the podium places at the moment. Level at 1, not too far out of the mix either. He's got Killer on the loose and Rainbow Sox to contend with here in the middle of the pack at the moment. As Rainbow Sox looking really racy, he overtakes the Killer on the loose through the Ferrari S's. That's a brilliant move there. We'll see if we can catch that one on the JSM accounting action replay. See just how he has done that. As, yeah, just caught Killer on the loose out a little bit, ran a little wide through the final part there. He just slipped on through. That's a great move from the Ironheart SimSport driver. Into Tiramisu now. We see, who's that Cruisin'? Pulls out of the queue for a split second, but has to rejoin. And otherwise, he might have lost his position in the queue too. Malevolent One and Rainbow Sox just behind. Oh, as Rainbow Sox look down the inside of Malevolent One as they come through Checo. As they came
He's
into
got a run on him
there.
too, going down the straight.
Oh, sent him narrow, and now looks to the inside, but that slipstream from Malevolent One keeps him just ahead. Looks to the inside, under brakes, gets it done. Yes, he does. And Cruisin' slides on by as well into P3. No, he doesn't. He loses a position on exit. Look at this. There's so much chopping and changing here as Cruisin' has to settle for 4. So we'll have a look back and see what happened with Cruisin'.
Rainbow Sox has got a run here out of the S's. I know, just a little bit of rubbing there, but otherwise he would have had a bit of a run into this next corner.
Let's see as they head through Toscana into Mini NASCAR now. Cruisin' under brakes, can't quite get alongside. Greg's there.
Oh,
Rainbow Sox and Malevolent One back into the mix. Oh, look at this. Oh, Rainbow Sox is gone.
Bit of a bump there, yeah, unfortunately.
It's not gone well for Rainbow Sox. We'll have a look on the JSM accounting action replay and just what happened here. As he came into the as he was on exit, was there a little bit of a bump, or did he do it on his own? Or, yeah, there was, maybe from Killer. That's not good. He's found himself in the wall there, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's 13 laps. Got the chance to get up a couple of positions. He certainly got the pace to bring that 15 second deficit back.
Absolutely. And he will get an extra lap. He will get an extra point if the fastest lap stays like this, but with 18 minutes left on the clock, I'd imagine that lap would fall sometime over the next 5 laps or so.
Yeah, he was the only driver in 24s. He did two laps in the 24s.
He was looking very racy before that incident. Yeah, judging by that replay, I'm not too sure the part in that incident that Killer played, but it's always disappointing to see a driver's race run and done this early in.
Yeah, we've got cruising under a bit of pressure from an oval at 1. Just coming onto the main straight, the gap's it's closed up to 5/10.
As Madrick does take the fastest lap of the race, a 24.8 on lap number 5. As we're just riding on board with Cruisin' at the moment, as he comes into Arietta. A little bit of a lift under brakes, and then get it turned in for Checo. Come over
only
the
1.5
crest.
seconds. Sorry, 1.5 seconds between 3rd and 6th. So a bit of a freight train developing here.
Yeah, absolutely. Into Talladega now, under brakes. Gets it turned into 3rd gear. All the power on exit, using the torque band of that 3rd gear. And now into the Ferrari S. It's hard to find a good braking point here, but he finds it. Gets it turned in nicely for the apexes there. And now you're fighting the car on understeer, up the hill, through Toscana. And into Mini NASCAR. You break about one of the arrows past 100. Sometimes 2 if you're brave. On the power nicely. You can see his mirror filled up with Malevolent 1 in the background. He's lapping very close to his fastest lap, a 10th off on that last lap. Which one of the new outfits on the grid this season is, of course, Thunder Motorsport. And they've come out with a sensational livery to kick off Season 10. The black and pink livery separated by the lightning bolt down the middle, with his boy Elroy on one side and the sponsor on the other, the black metal on the other. It looks very nice livery indeed. Originally, the Thunder Motorsport liveries were opted to be half of the team wearing the black and the other half wearing the pink versions of the livery. But livery maker Artsy, he found something that works, and my gosh, it looks brilliant on that car, doesn't it? As Malevolent 1.
Yep. Actually, it's a real call out. Yeah, a real call out to these guys that do the livery. I mean, they are really world class, and they really showcase the sponsors that are getting behind the teams in Sector 1. So yeah, hats off, guys. Tremendous job.
Absolutely brilliant season for liveries. Have some awesome liveries on the grid. Even the new outfits have shown up with some incredible liveries this season. So not seeing much in the way of moves at the moment. Everyone just sort of biding their time. They want to be in it at the end. That's the important thing. If they can't make it to the end, then they've got some issues. So
yeah, P3 to P6, we had about an 8-turn gap between them. That's sort of creeping down into the 4s and 5s. So fortunately or unfortunately, but given the drivers and the cars so close, when you're like this, it's like a game of chess. If you're chasing someone, you're just waiting for them to, learn their lines, work out where there's a gap, maybe a mistake, but also you've got a car in your mirror. So trying to work out where their next move is, because when that checkmate call comes, it's hard to get that position back.
Absolutely. And we've got a nice little battle pack down here. Oh, we've lost someone right then and there. I believe it was Dobrev. He's found himself into the wall. Is that a disconnect potentially for Dobrev? Or has he just lost the car? I think he's just stuck in the wall. Oh, yep. That's disaster for Dobrev. Have a look on the JSM accounting action replay. See what happened here for Dobrev. Was there contact? We see Rainbow Socks very close behind. Then into Ferrari. Oh, there was some contact. That's not gone well. And Dobrev finds himself into the wall.
Big dive by Rainbow Socks on the first corner and got the position off Keza.
So we have a look back at that move. Very nicely done. Textbook move into Tiramisu. Lines it up down the inside. First to the apex. Easy as you like for Rainbow Socks there. Looking back up front, Laminator, he's got about a 2.3 second gap over Madrick at the moment, who has 4 seconds back to Cruisin, who has 4 cars behind him, all vying for the position. 3 cars, sorry. It's a 4-car battle pack. He's got Malevolent 1, Killer on the Loose, Greg's, and yeah, that's it. All vying for this position at the moment. Oh, we have somebody else off. It looks like it is Rainbow Socks, who finds himself off the track once again. So we'll have a look on the JSM accounting action replay. See what happened to Rainbow Socks this time. Tries, oh, he gets through the Ferrari S's and then, oh, looks like he just caught a lot of inside curb there. Too much grass on the inside. Spun the car around, he finds himself into the wall.
Yeah, it'll certainly be a learning curve for him, but it's pleasing to see the pace that he has.
Yeah, absolutely. So Petey Pops and Rainbow Socks, they're very close on track at the moment now, actually. So Laminator holds the lead of the race at the moment. 2 seconds to gap to Madrick, who is extending the gap to Cruisin as well. Cruisin's got a lot of hard work to try and hold this gap to Malevolent 1, Killer on the Loose, and Greg's behind. These guys have a massive gap back to Good Doc in 7th place at the moment.
Now we've had someone pit in amongst all that mayhem. So with Dobrev, when he went into the wall, at the end of that lap, he's pitted and he's come out on softs.
Or maybe trying to go for the fastest lap here.
Fastest lap, yeah. And while we're at that, I'll just give a quick tyre update. Also the fuel if anyone's down. But Laminator's about probably 20% warm, where we'd expect set of mediums at halfway through lap 11. Madrick, a little bit better in the tyres by about 5%. Their fuel's pretty similar. Cruisin, he's used a lot more of his tyres. He's about got 40% warm.
As we saw a bit of action in the background there between Malevolent 1, Killer on the Loose, and Greg's. These guys are going at it. Let's see as they head down toward... Oh, they don't go 3 wide. No! Killer on the Loose down the inside. Gets that done. Yes, he does.
He's managed to hold it up the hill.
Absolutely. As they head into the Ferrari S's. And
Greg's down the inside.
Oh, Malevolent 1, very nice to him. He's giving him room. But that gives Killer on the Loose a little bit of breathing room. So they head through Toscana now. Up the hill and down towards Mini NASCAR. Will Malevolent 1 go for a move? He shows the nose, late under brakes. Is he first to the apex? Not quite, can't get overlap. Down towards the finish line on the back straight towards Tiramisu.
Yeah, I think with the tyres here on Cruisen's car, we'll see Malevolent 1 and Killer. Killer's just gone a bit wide there, turn 1.
Oh, they've all gone
So
wide. Oh,
touch of contact there, and on exit. But yeah, I think Cruisen will come back to these two guys in front. Malevolent 1's tyres are a little bit worse, yeah, Cruisen will have a rear view mirror full soon.
so Cruising just has to hope that these guys keep arguing the point, and hopefully he can try and hold on to this third place. But these guys showing some brilliant racing action for us. As we see Greg's trying down the inside of Killer. He's got the inside line. He's going to have to go towards the inside line once again for the Ferrari S's. Can't quite generate an overlap. Malevolent 1 waiting in the wings. As
he got a much better turn in than Killer, so he'll have good exit speed here.
Absolutely. As they head up the hill through Toscana. Into Mini NASCAR as Greggs pulls to the inside. Can he get overlap? Malevolent 1 looking as well. Not quite, not on this occasion. Oh, so he'll clamber over the sausage curb there, but that leaves Greggs under a lot of pressure. Malevolent 1, he's going to try around the outside, I should say, as they head towards Tiramisu. Defensive line from Malevolent 1. This is going to give, from Greggs, I should say. It's going to give Killer on the Loose a little bit of breathing room. Into Arietta now. And now, Checo.
Yeah, Cruisen split about 0.6 in that last lap to the guys. To the guys behind.
As that battle between Greggs and
Killer's
Malevolent
wide
1.
there.
Oh, as Killer on the Loose, I was about to say he's got a little bit of breathing room, but it's all gone away. As now Greggs is going to slide on by Killer on the Loose. Oh, Killer's coming back at him. They're side by side through the Ferrari S's. They both hold on to it. But Killer's going to slide on by, and so is Malevolent 1. Oh, it's all gone wrong. They're all sideways, but it looks like everyone's pointing in the right direction. The gloves are off now. And now Malevolent 1 looks to the inside, outside, inside. Killer plants his car in the middle of the road. Oh, it's a miracle that they're all pointing the same direction. I thought 2 of them were gone at the least. Into Tiramisu now. And oh, huge contact between Killer and Malevolent 1. And that brings Greggs back into things now. Greggs looking for a move on Malevolent 1. Come through Arietta now. Into Checo. Can't quite get the overlap done to get the move. Down the hill now. As you come over that crest, the car feels weightless in the steering, and then it all comes to you at once. And you have to hang on tight, otherwise you could lose the rear end. Into Talladega. Greggs down the inside. He gets it done on Malevolent 1.
And this scrapping's let Cruisen move out to nearly a second on where they were only a lap and a half ago. Yet his tyres are probably a third worse than the guys behind.
Absolutely.
So it's just what he needs. Just what he needs. Yeah.
All this bickering and arguing, it's letting Cruisen get away from these guys. Greggs and Malevolent 1 still going at it. Malevolent 1 down the inside. Almost of Killer. Oh, he runs very deep. Now Killer's in trouble. They all slot into place here. So they begin the 15th lap of the race.
Right.
Yeah. And now Greggs looking down the inside. He has to be careful here. Oh, it's all gone wrong.
Big send it.
And he clambers into the side of Killer on the Loose. And Malevolent 1 up into P4.
Killer did well to hold that, only lose that small amount of room.
Absolutely. That was definitely an ambitious move there from Greggs. not much happening at the moment. Things are mostly calmed down here for the second. So we have a look back out front as Laminator's got a 3.3 second lead over Madrick at the moment. Madrick, number 15 car for Black Rose Racing. It's cruising, holding onto the podium at the moment. There's 3.5 minutes left on the clock. He just has to hold on to it. But Malevolent One, Killer on the Loose, and Greggs are on an absolute charge for this podium place. Whose is it going to be? Cruisin is a sitting duck at the moment. Can he hold on to it? That's the big question.
T1?
They're all quite calm at turn 1 this time round. Huge juxtaposition
Just start to see
to
those
last lap.
traction issues come into play. Yeah, but Cruisin's tyres, just to give you an example, the guys behind, Malevolent One's down a bit. He's probably got 40% left, where Killer and Greggs are sitting at 60%. Cruisin has about 20% left on the front. So great back tyres, but the car balance hasn't been working for him. But that said, he's only leaking a couple of tenths a lap here. So if these guys keep fighting, I think the podium will be Cruisin's.
Yeah, absolutely. As Laminator is bleeding a little bit of time to Madrick, things could get interesting with 2 minutes on the clock. 2 laps to go. Could we see some late drama for the win? As these four still going at it. As Good Doc and Keza have grown close over the last few laps, and they're now currently sitting 7 tenths apart on track.
Yeah, Malevolent's tyres are really starting to get into that that last third of their life where the guys behind are much fresher tyres. So he's probably the one at risk.
Yeah, absolutely, as Killer. Oh, a little bit of contact on exit, but he manages to pull alongside and into 4th place. But now that brings Greggs into things. Under brakes, now Greggs down the inside of Malevolent One. Can he get it done? Yes, he does. These guys, the chopping and changing, far from done. As Malevolent One loses 2 positions in just 2 corners.
And we do have Greggs on the fuel line.
Ooh.
He's used a lot more fuel than the guys around him.
With 1 lap to go, what's it going to be? As Greggs goes defensive, Malevolent One's going to try and sweep around the outside. Looks for the switchback. As things getting spicy on exit between Good Doc and Keza as well. 4 tenths the gap at the moment as they head down towards Tiramisu for the final time. It's not quite going to be close enough on this occasion. As it stands, Killer on the loose, holds on to P4. Is this how they're going to remain? Or is there going to be more fireworks towards the end of this one? As we will see the first driver finish the race will be Petey Pops. As he crosses the line. Looks like these guys have stayed pointing the right way for a lot longer than anybody expected with all the crazy racing action. But it looks like Laminator is going to hold on. He's 2 seconds to the good over Madrick. He's just got to hold the power down now. And he's going to take P1 in round 1 of Season 10 of the Sector 1 Renault Megane Trophy Challenge. Madrick in second. And it looks like Cruiser's going to hold on to it.
Big dive by Greggs.
Down the inside. Laminator gets the switch back. And it looks like Cruiser's going to take P3 in extraordinary fashion. Killer on the loose. Will
Greg's
take P4.
no fuel, but he's got to cross the
Greg's,
line.
Oh, 5th. Malevolent 1, 6th. Good Doc will hold out over Keza and take P7. 8th for Keza. It will be Archangel in 9th. Rainbow Sox will come home in 10th. And that's all she wrote for this one. Wow. Oh, that was an intense race. That had it all.
Well, just making sure I've got these podium records done. They're all set and done. But yeah, look, great race. And between 4 cars there was still less than 4 or 5 tenths at the end of the race. They were at it, hammer and tong the whole race. And when you throw the fuel and tyre differentials in there, it was a credit to them to finish like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was just a race-long battle between those guys, and Laminator managed the race absolutely perfectly, and yeah, got in and got the job done. So we'll have a look at the race results of that one. So Laminator takes P1 by 2 seconds over Madrick, who finishes P2, and Cruisin returns to the podium. Great showing for the Switchblade Sim Sport driver. Killer on the loose holds on to 4th place with Greg's and Malevolent 1 behind in 5th and 6th. That was the battle to watch tonight. The Good Doc in 7th, Keza in 8th, Archangel 9th, Rainbow Sox 10th, Petey Pops 11th, Debrev 12th, and Rudzi unfortunately disconnecting on lap number 2 there. But Rainbow Sox got the fastest lap as well. He pinched that back towards the end. So he's done a brilliant job there, Rainbow Sox.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just noticed in chat he might have had some ECU issues with the net at some point during the race. But yeah, very good race by him. And it's pleasing to see one of the new guys up there and running at that pace. It sort of really cements his Div 4 spot.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's your driver of the day for Category 2B, Banker?
Yeah, look, don't always give it to first, but I really like Laminator's drive today. He's continuing on with the form that he had during last season. He managed that car very well from a tyre wear perspective, and he wasn't driving it hard either because he had a pretty good fuel position, which means he was taking care of it. So definitely Laminator driver today, but an honourable mention for Cruisin. He, with that experience and his tyres being where they were, to be able to manage that gap behind him with Kilo, Greg's and Malevolent 1 fighting away back there. Yeah, honourable mention for Cruisin from me.
Yeah, that's a good call. I mean, I sort of have to agree, but I'm going to promote Cruisin from the honorary mention to my driver of the day. I feel like he didn't quite manage his tyres too well, but that's a extraordinary drive. He was just there or thereabouts the whole way, and he didn't make a mistake and held on to P3. That's a valuable effort, and means he's going to be up in Category 2A next week. So should be good. But thank you for your contributions tonight, the Banker. We'll see you out on track in about an hour's time. Nice to have you in the comms box again.
No worries, thank you. I'll get down the garage and get in my racing onesie, ready to go.
Yeah, no worries. And just welcoming back into the comms box. We heard from him earlier, but he stepped out to go eat a muffin. But he's back. Captain Muffin, you with us?
I certainly am, mate. And after performing that sort of makeshift cannibalism, mate, I feel fantastic.
Absolutely love to hear it. So, what can you tell us about this Category 2A field tonight, mate?
Well, I can describe it in one word. It's a word I used to like to... let me try that again. Describe it in one word. It's a word I like to describe... well, actually, I can't say that's not past 9 p.m. Tight is the word. Everyone is very close together. Time-wise, it's going to be hard to split them. Very much. Whoever can get that one lap magic in qualifying done could very well jump from mid-pack to front pack. It's tight as. this grid here.
No worries. I mean, if Division 4, Category 2B was anything to go by, I think Category 2A is going to be spectacular as well. This is, of course, the Premier Division of Category 2. So this is the pointy end, the championship fight. So it all comes down to this. So what do you say we jump in for qualifying for Category 2A?
I like the sound of that, no messing about. Let's get in there, get the job done. Now, I did notice that button was green when we started the Cat 2B race, but now that we're here, I've repainted it a very nice Ironheart blue. So let's, I thought I might just, represent the team. But let's get this race underway, send these guys out for qualifying.
Sweet. Here we go.
Yeah.
If Category 2B was anything to go by, Category 2A is about to be an absolutely sensational race. Here we go.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, before we even get on track as cars start to roll down the pit lane, there's 3 names I want you to keep an eye on, which I feel are around contention for the podium based on their performances in the pre-race lobby. No particular order, you've got Big J, Mr. Bumcrack, and Grovel.
Ooh. I mean, Grovel looked very promising in pre-season, but he's the new bloke on the block, first season in Sector 1. And we also have Mr. Bumcrack, who's dropped down from Category 1, but he's here tonight in Category 2. And this is a championship he's won all the way back in Season 7. He won the Division 3 title, not through outright pace, but through consistency. He was consistently in that top 3. I believe he had 10 podiums that season with only 2 race wins, and that's what wins you a championship. So Bumcrack, he's been here, done that. He knows how this works, and he's here to make an impact tonight.
But going through the grid now, leading the way, first one to get their final lap underway, we have Carbon Boy, your teammate, you'll notice this. Yeah, they're at APR Motorsport.
The bloke that likes orange wheels.
Orange wheels, yeah, absolutely. Orange wheels, orange blue PCs, as I found out the other day. He very much is a fan of the colour, very much so. And following in behind that, we have Revs for, I believe, oh god, I'm going to forget the name already.
Whispers.
Help me out.
Datsun.
Oh, Datsun, yes, of course, my bad, how can I forget?
He switched teams.
He did actually, right, that's why I was confused, that's my bad. Driving for Datsun there, Revs, he was one of the favourites for the past few seasons actually in this sort of Cat 2A grid, or as Div 3 as it was known in previous seasons, but just hasn't been able to get the job done through one reason or another, whether it just be bad luck or bad form. But either way, he'd be looking for some redemption. I'll be looking forward to seeing what he can do on track. Mr. Bumcrack there, one of my picks to look out for tonight in P3 there for Kraken Esports, the TO of that lovely team running the blue and white Komatsu livery. As a person who does a lot of work for stuff with Komatsu vehicles, I like that livery. In behind that, for Switchblade, another team change that I recognise straight away, thankfully.
And category change.
Yeah, in category, thank you. I got to start myself. You beat me to the punch. Blind man there, driving for Switchblade as he nearly loops it. A little bit of car control there in qualifying. You'll love to see it. In behind then, the leader of Doghouse Racing, The Stranger, with the PWR livery, which I am personally a fan of. I'm not sure why. Red and white liveries are just fantastic. Maybe because I'm a Dragons fan. I'm not too sure. We'll carry on.
Amen to that.
In behind that, we have another newcomer in the Boss 260 GT. Mate of mine that I've for the past few months now. Very good bloke. Very sort of consistent driver as he goes for third there. 1/10 off a pole with a 124.4. For the Tyre Power liveried Blacklight Motorsport.
Oh my goodness, it's all chopping and changing.
Yeah, it's fine, it's okay, we'll find him. One person I haven't mentioned yet, currently on pole position, provisionally, my teammate in Grovel, one of my picks, keep an eye out for him. He currently has done a 23.9, first lap in the 23s. No, you're in the wrong division, go home. No, stay there. I'm doing a great job there. And the third pick of my 3 for tonight, in P2, Big J, less than a 10th behind with a 24 dead. Absolutely quick times right off the bat from these two, and Big J is purple. In behind that, Grovel, unfortunately, couldn't get a look at, but by the looks of it, he's going to be close to his best time, if not improving. Currently in P3, Freelix there for Hooncorp Motorsport Esports, my apologies, with a 24.1, so only about a tenth off, or 2/10 off, my apologies, pole position. Currently down this lap, but that's alright, still got plenty of time to get another lap in. We have Black Project there in P4 for Kraken Esports. Great time for him there at 24.2. Currently only a touch under 0.3 of a second, covering the top 4 cars, which is just amazing. And the fact there's only one lap in.
I think it's about to start chopping and changing because Big J, he's been purple in the first 2 sectors and it looked like it was a tidy mini NASCAR. What can he do as he approaches the start-finish line? And he goes to the top, of course he does. Brilliant
well done
lap
there
for Big J there.
For the Thunder Esports driver there with the sort of two-tone livery, not two-tone, beyond. I mean, you guys were talking about in the previous race there, which I think I'm a fan of. I don't mind that sort of thing on a car. But going down the grid, someone we haven't mentioned yet, Renegade there. I don't think we mentioned him yet for Hooncorp Esports, second driver from that team here tonight. Currently sitting P10 with a 24.5, which is a very respectable sort of banker. Definitely room for improvement there, as we've seen from the cars in front, but definitely not a bad place to be starting. Currently in P11, we have a VF driving for, I can get a better look at that livery. That must be Dadson Motorsports as well.
Yes, Dadson Racing.
Yep. Oh damn, I'm just the best,
Adelaide
aren't I?
ceramic coatings, orange and purple colours to reflect the new logo change of Adelaide Ceramic Coatings, which also are one of our major sponsors of Category 2B, which you would have seen last race on the graphics. So, yeah, looking great in the ACC colours.
Absolutely fantastic. And I believe that also covers all the grid there. All 14 drivers are here. Now, Big J at the top.
I don't think we've mentioned Budsy yet, who's just pulled into the pits, and he is in a new team outfit this season. Of course, he is now with CP Motorsports, which is an interesting change. He currently sits third.
Very interesting there. Very sort of consistent driver from what I've seen, based on sort of previous experiences and the pre-season races he did. Very good pickup there for Chase and the whole team there at CP, as you can see. And sorry for not mentioning him before, but look, I'm a bit biased to a CP livery. I'm very happy with how that came out. Sort of like a mixture of last season's livery as well as the season before that, I believe it was. You know, makes me wet. Anyways, currently, go on. Sorry, I was stealing your thunder.
No, I wasn't really saying anything. If you have something to say, you can, Muff.
I was probably going to say the same thing you were, I reckon. But just saying, you know, currently top 5 cars separated by less than 0.4 of a second, which, that's very tight at the top. And considering you only go back another 1.5 tenths, well, sorry, really 1.5 tenths, maybe 2 tenths actually, to P8. Currently, your top 10 covered by 3/4 of a second. You don't get any sort of big jumps until you get to Wartime and P14, but Wartime has only just gone back home after having some issues with his real car, unfortunately, so he hasn't been able to get the sort of practice in and the mentality sort of in the right headspace for this race. But the fact that he's on the grid, you know, he's doing a good job putting the car in the field there, getting some points for the team. You know, you got to commend that. It's a great effort from Wartime there.
Absolutely. About 10 minutes before the start of the race, Brocky had to make a decision, and that decision was whether to let Keza race in Cat 2B or send him up to Cat 2A, as Keza would have been the next in line call up. And he took a risk and he said, no, I'll keep Keza in 2B and we'll see if Wartime can get home in the next 40 minutes. And he did, just in time. He got out to the racetrack with still his work clothes on, so pretty good.
No,
I haven't confirmed it yet.
I haven't confirmed it yet, but I've got a strange feeling he might not be in his race suit completely. He may not be wearing the balaclava, which, as we've seen from previous Bathurst 1000s, if your name is Marcus Ambrose, can be very detrimental. But we'll just wait and see, let the stewards do their thing. I'm sure he's doing the right thing there, but I just didn't see a balaclava.
Interesting. There's only one more lap left in the session for all these guys, but Big J stays on top of the times at the moment.
Just have a look here. Grovel is about to come across the start-finish line here, coming around the mini NASCAR. Looks to be on a flying lap. I'd say at this point probably is down, but I've been wrong before. I didn't see that still on a lap like you said.
Oh, it looks decent. No, he's going to be a little down.
As he saw that Freelix now to P3, 3,000ths of a second behind Grovel.
He slots himself, but a piece of paper between Grovel and Budsy.
Currently 1/10 of a second covering the top 4 cars.
Oh,
this
my
is
goodness.
Madness. As we currently have 4 cars.
Double that gap back to Black Project.
Yeah.
And then there's nothing separating the next 3 cars of Black Project, Stranger, and Bumcrack.
Insane. As currently as well, we have 4 cars currently in the sub 24 second lap time, or minute 24 I should say. Which is just the Cat 2B, or 2A, my apologies. That is bloody insane.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're currently looking through the grid. First car across the line to finish the qualifying session will be Wartime. Currently sitting in P14. He's looking like he might be able to improve his lap. No, just short, unfortunately.
So riding on board with Big J as he comes through the Ferrari S's. What's it going to be? Oh, big slide, and he is down on his time. Through Toscana now.
As Boss improves his time to P8.
Under brakes for Big J.
Black Project to P2!
Oh, what a lap from Black Project.
Grovel back to... Budsy to P3. Grovel's down to P4. Hang on. Where's Black Project come from? Flying under the radar this whole pre-lobby session, and now just bang, here he is. Wow.
And that's all she
wrote.
wrote.
What an end to the session.
Sure. I didn't even realise everybody had crossed the line already. That just flew by.
Everyone was pretty well bunched up, which is thankfully good for us to an extent. Because sort of like not wait around for one car to come around and get like plenty of screen time for their sponsors. Just everyone bang, 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 done. Qualifying
Without
done
further
and dusted.
ado, let's show our qualifying results for Category 2A of Round 1 here at Maggiore. Big J will take pole position, runner-up last season in Category 2. Black Project joins him alongside for Kraken Esports. That's the front row of the grid. We have Budsy and Grovel, P3 and P4, occupying the second row. The Kiwi in the field, Freelix in 5th. We have the Stranger there in 6th. Bumcrack and the Boss take 7th and 8th. Revs, a bit of an underperformance there for the bloke that was so highly rated coming into this race. P9 for him, Renegade there in 10th. Carbon Boy can only start 11th. With BF there in 12th. We have Blind Man in 13th. And Wartime will be starting from the back of the grid.
Yeah, I think before we get started, I just want to extend my deepest apologies for Revs for the preemptive commentator's curse. I do apologise for that, mate. I shouldn't have really talked about you so much. Next time I'll keep it to a minimum.
Yeah. So make sure you guys throw in your predictions down below and chuck a like on the stream. It really helps us out in the long run. But we want to hear from you. Who do you think's going to take this one? As we have Big J starting on pole after such a strong end to last season in the BMW M3 Challenge. But Black Project, with a great showing at the start of this one, finds himself at the top of the order. He finished P4 last season, so continuing that good run of form with a P2 start tonight. But as we know, qualifying means absolutely nothing. And after that first turn, it all chops and changes. So we'll see how we go. I say we don't keep these guys waiting any longer. What do you say, Muffin?
I love the sound of that. I reckon let's get these guys underway. If they have too much time out of the car, they just get a bit too relaxed. And yeah, look, bad things happen when you let racing drivers get relaxed. So I say let's push that button, give it a real crack, and send these guys underway. Cat 2A for the first time this season, ladies and gentlemen. Like Lenosa said, chuck your predictions in the chat, see what you reckon. Look, I'm feeling a bit of a Bradbury coming on here from the Stranger. Top 5 cars pretty close together. I reckon he'll be there just to sweep on past him.
Here we go. as the light sequence about to begin. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, revs rising. And we are out and racing here at Maggiore East, and Big J gets off to a brilliant start, but Black Project off to a terrible start, falls way down the order immediately into 3rd place. Do they make it through the first turn cleanly? We'll have to wait and see. It looks like they do, just about. Seems like they do.
No issues. Few cars still getting balked by each other, trying to go 2 into 1, but other than that, everyone's made through cleanly.
No worries. So it looks like through Checo now, everybody single file. So, a little bit of 2x2 action there in the background as they head down the hill now.
All these guys know here that pass is going to be a very rare opportunity, so the earlier you can do it, the better off you'll be, as everyone's trying to look for their own bit of real estate. Carbon Boy trying to go up the inside there of the boss. Gets the move done as Revs
through Talladega.
Revs gets through as well. Boss loses 2 for 1. Oh, tries to fight back. No, can't do it. Hang on a second. 2-1 through the S's. That's not legal. You can't do that. As you got to play Blind Man. One part of the action too.
These guys are almost 3 wide. Look at this. Through Toscana now. Oh, they're all sideways at 200 kilometers an hour up the hill. Look
How
at this.
Blind Man saved that car. He's had 2 moments of car control since we started the stream here. And the fact that we've only been 1 lap into this race and had a 10-minute qualifying session is mental.
This is incredible racing action at the moment.
Currently though, your top 6 cars, I think, actually, if not top 7 maybe, actually, I could be wrong, haven't changed position. Saw selling in line of stern. Those guys at the front, they're playing the long game, conserving their tyres, just making sure they've got enough grip to make it to the end to possibly fight someone or defend from someone. It comes down to that. Oh, there's 3 wide in the background. P9, 10, 11. Oh, they sell in, still 2 wide. No, 2x2.
Through Checo, look at this! Oh!
How?
As we see the switchblade car of Blind Man almost losing it through the blind corner. And they're still side by side. The boss looks down the inside of Revs. Oh, there's somebody down the inside of the boss as well. Look at this.
Well, gee, how are these guys going to sell it out? Like, go on, single file, try and catch up to the cars in front. No, you can express the last lap the way these guys are fighting.
Absolutely.
Start to sell in now. Boss looking for a move around the outside of Blind Man. Can't get done there, but all the slipstream going into the mini NASCAR. As all the cars behind him, Blind Man goes semi-defensive. Boss, does he go for it? No, he does not, but Renegade goes up on Revs.
Oh, does he get it done? Yes.
Clean. You'll love to see it.
Covers it off well, so that's crucial in that corner because it's very easy to get switch black if you run a bit deep. So Renegade covered that off well, and Revs unable to hit back at him there. Or VF, sorry.
So we're looking up to the front though. Sell down a bit here. Budsy and Big J only separate by half a second. They're very much sort of running very similar lap times, only separated by a tenth last lap around. A little bit of air back to Black Project, who unfortunately I think lost a spot off the start, but I think that's due to the grid position, just wasn't favourable for him. Grovel down into the P4 there with Freelix right on his tail. Stranger there in P6, followed closely, about half a second behind, you have Bumpercrack. Everyone's starting to settle down now. Carboy, one of your biggest movers I think, after starting outside the 10 now to P8. Rev in P9 there, Blind in P10 for Switchblade, right behind Rev there. A little bit of air back to Boss in P11. Renegade, VF, all closely following behind. And more time there at the back of the pack, honestly.
Oh, we've lost someone!
Oh, hang on, we've lost Boss!
That's not
no.
well.
I think I know exactly what's happened. I haven't even looked at it. I reckon he's got a bit too aggressive on those curbs. Touched the grass the wrong way. That's all she wrote.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a look on the JSM accounting replay. And we saw this happen to Rainbow Sox in the last race, and so easy to do. That gives me deja vu though, seeing a black light car in the fence there at that corner. Reminds me of Season 8, lap number 1. GTR found himself into the fence doing the exact same thing. It's funny how things come full circle.
I'd be careful how you say that, mate. Remember, you're racing him in half, like an hour's time. Just be careful.
We'll be on completely different parts of the track. It's okay.
Okay, fair enough then. Up the front, though, currently have one change of position there. Felix getting ahead of Grovel now, P4 and 5 respectively. But they've got a good bit, 2 seconds of real estate up to the podium. So those top 3 guys, they're in a good spot now, really. As long as they don't fight each other too hard, no reason why the top 3 wouldn't change the way it is.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking back to Felix at the moment. Oh, GTR fires in chat. I remember that. Oh, no, I'll remember that. Oh no. Okay, I better watch out.
Look, I'm not sure exactly what the threat is, but I think that could be one of them, mate. So, look, I'm going to make sure to qualify nowhere near you because I'm not getting involved in those shenanigans.
Honestly, that's fair enough, to be honest. I'll just hold the racing regulations rulebook out, like it's the Bible against a devil, and hopefully that'll work.
The power of the stewards compel you, Lenosis says.
Exactly.
Oh, well, currently, that's what I say as well. Fast lap of the race is Black Project in P3 there with a 24.5, which that is a bloody quick time. That is really quick.
Absolutely.
Look, I don't want to bloody say too much, but my best time really isn't too far off that myself. Oh, hang on, someone got very loose there. Felix didn't lose it completely, but he
we did lose someone. It was VF. VF's gone.
Oh no!
No, it's not. It's
Revs.
Oh, they look the same.
Oh, they're from the same team, so I expect nothing less. Oh, the commentator's curse. It's just. Oh, I feel bad. Got a bit of damage on the car, unfortunately.
Hand from lineman. Oh, I think he may have. But I don't think there's anything lineman could have done there. It just, they were door to door, and then Revs just found himself into the fence, like just lost the grip on that right side of the car, and then, yeah, it's so tricky through that corner as you lose all the grip and then it comes back all at once. You've got to predict what the car's going to do on top of the cliff. I say the crest, I meant to say. It's not really a cliff. That's a bit dramatic. As fastest lap goes to Budsy.
Oh, as he got a first pit stopper, Blind Man in P11, P12 now. He was on the soft tyres. Ooh, interesting strategy there. Surprised he hasn't got the fastest lap with the softer tyre compound, but okay.
He's had to deal with a lot of traffic, to be fair, so I don't know whether he's accidentally chosen the softs or he's just, I don't know.
No. He's chucked on the mediums now, so I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to the end from here.
Yeah, he definitely will make it from here. He would make it on another pair of softs from here, so.
Oh, well, not all as good as you, mate. Okay, not everyone could make it to the end unless they're softs from here.
If you think I'm the staple of saving tyres, then you've got a very wrong perception, but.
Mate, brake bias barrier did you calm down. No, there's a very real possibility here. Chuck on the medium tyres, not as much need to save him. He might be relying on the cars in front and having their tyres go off, and he can just pick them off easily one by one if he can bridge the gap. Currently though, your first car still on the back of the train is Wartime P11. He's got to find approximately 27 seconds, or 17 seconds, my apologies.
So, is everyone else on the mediums apart from Lineman who just changed off the softs?
That would be a negative actually. I just had a look through the grid. Then we have one more soft runner in the form of an ESR down in P9.
Interesting.
Yeah, no.
Do you reckon he can get to the end on him?
Look, I don't want to curse him, but no, I don't think he can whatsoever. I think he definitely could drive on them, but they'd just be very, very bald. Might be rims, yet to be determined.
How worn are they at the moment as we're 10 minutes into this race?
10 minutes into the race, rear tyres aren't really the issue here. It's only the front tyres, which currently you're looking about a third worn on each front tyre.
Oh, that's pretty alright. He might be able to get away with that.
It's possible, without a doubt. Just I'm not sure if it's my driving style or not, but I found the tyre wear goes up at like an exponential rate. But as you get further into the race and use the car more, the tyres go off easier, so to speak.
Yeah. He may have found something though, because PD in the last update, they did adjust the loading of the tyres, which directly affects tyre wear at high loads. And that was sort of the critical point of this race that would stop you from using the softs, because you were losing a lot of time through Ferrari and Toscana as you had to crank a lot of steering angle to try and get the car to turn in. So if you can manage it everywhere else, you might be able to get him to the end. And I wouldn't be surprised as we get into the Category 1 races, whether we see some guys jumping up the opportunity of the soft tyre as well.
Yeah, it's a very real possibility. That cannot be discounted whatsoever. And look, if someone's got the ability to save a soft tyre and sort of do good enough lap times to beat a medium runner, absolutely. But it's very high risk, high reward, I feel. You have to be ultra precise, and any extra rear wear is going to kill you tenfold 10 minutes later.
And I think you sort of have to be at the front of the pack to try and build a gap, because if you're stuck in traffic like Renegade is down in P9 at the moment, well, he's got a little bit of clean air now, but he has the cars in front. He's only going to lose time towards the end of the race. So he hasn't had the opportunity to build that gap as much as he would have liked. And even now, he's looking like he's under a lot of pressure from VF, the Datsun Racing Team car.
Yeah, look, I think...
Ooh,
as they make a bit of contact there. Ooh, no, keeps it nice and tidy. Wartime catches up to the back now of VF. Makes it a 3-car battle. I'd say for Renegade, though, I think he's used the best of those soft tyres right now. He's on the back foot. If you push the tyres any further, he's going to wear him out sooner. So he's sort of doomed now what he does. He's got to pick his favourite evil. What's the saying? I can't think of it.
Pick your poison.
Close enough, that'll do. And Renegade comes in. There you go. He calls it. There you go. Alright, I'll keep an eye on him, but see what tyres he goes on to. Still waiting for Renegade to roll to the box, now down into P13. About to be P14 as Blind Man crosses the start-finish line. Yep, Renegade's out, and he's chucked on another set of soft tyres. Ooh, that's interesting. Like, it's not exactly half race distance, but it's not too far off. Okay, I'll have to wait and see how it pans out for him. I guess with less fuel in the car, he shouldn't be wearing the tyres as quickly, but it's going to be hard, especially now. He's going to have to be on the attack. He can't just run to a number. He has to get time on the cars in front, which I'd say right now, judging by the gaps, he might be able to sneak to the back end of the 10 if he can put in a perfect run, but it's going to be a tough ask.
Who's that, sorry? Renegade?
Yes.
So is he on softs now?
He is on softs, absolutely.
Interesting call. Which I guess this race you can kind of tell who's done their research and who hasn't. Not saying any names, but I'll let your imaginations decide from that. But having a look back up front, things still very calm at the front of the field. So Big J ahead of Budsy at the moment. They're very spread out, over a second gaps for all these guys at the moment. But the top 7, they're all like pretty much here. There's not a huge amount of difference between these guys. We have possibly the biggest battle pack on track at the moment. We have Grovel, the Stranger, and Bumcrack, all line to stern at the moment. So head through down into Talladega.
And currently right now with Felix just ahead, one mistake from him, and then that's one more car back into the train. But currently with 1.5 seconds to the cars behind him, he's looking pretty good. Currently trying to make up time on Black Project in front. The gap is currently 1.2, about to be 1.3. Lap time wise, going to sort of like a recency thing. Felix has been making time up, only by a few tenths a lap or so, but time is time on Black Project, so don't discount Felix for a podium here if he can keep the numbers going the way he is. I'd say, look, right now, Big J, I hate to say, but right now, I think it's going to be his race to lose. I hate for the commentators' curse if it happens. I sincerely apologise again. But just the times he's doing, the consistency, so it's currently got the fastest lap of a 24.5. And just the way he's sort of wearing his tyres, which is pretty gently, if I'm being perfectly honest. Yeah, I think if he can just keep doing what he's doing, he's in. It's no problem at all.
As this battle between 5th, 6th and 7th is starting to heat up. I mean, Bumcrack's dropped a little bit off the back, but we have Stranger and Grovel into Talladega now.
Very tight between the two of them. Currently, Stranger has got a slight tyre advantage, a little bit less wear on his front tyres compared to Grovel, but there's not much in it if I'm being perfectly honest here. But yeah, Stranger right now, just play it patient. He's still got, 10 minutes or so approximately of racing action here to try and get a move done. Slipstream is going to be his best friend to sort of keep him in touch with that car in P5 there. Just wait and see where he's strong, see where he's weak. Wait for a mistake, you know, as the banker was saying before, you know, send him up for a checkmate of sorts, you know, where you make a move and he just can't respond to it.
Absolutely.
Currently, that gap 0.3 of a second in closing. That Slipstream is doing magic things. Go on though.
Blind Man has picked up a half-second penalty, so Renegade will take 13th from him.
Oh, yeah, former teammates there. Were in different categories, but former teammates at one point at Hooncorp Esports. Currently, though, Renegade has done some good times, but not enough to get the fastest lap of the race currently, unless he does this lap here and I just completely jinx it. Nope, won't be the occasion, unfortunately. That does mean that the World Championship out. As we have a car off. There's a car off. Boss is gone again.
Oh,
at
no.
T1. Ooh. I didn't quite see how it happened there. I don't recall him being in a battle pack at the time, but I could be wrong.
We'll have a look on the JSM accounting action replay. Into Tiramisu, what's he done? Stamps on the brake pedal, and then just... Oh, no, that looks like a hardware failure. He's hit the wall at 150. He's shifting down through the gears, and then it just didn't stop. He hit the wall at a very rapid pace there. So...
Ooh.
Not too sure what's happened there for the boss. Would hate to say if it was a hardware failure at that point of the race, but that's you got to feel for him. If Blacklight didn't need a new chassis before, they definitely need one now. Yeah,
I'd say there's gonna be a few dings in this one. Oh yes, hardware failure again. He's back in the war down at the bottom hairpin there, whose name I've forgotten. Currently, yeah, massive failure for the boss, unfortunately.
It's not gone well for him. He's just going to have to race on controller or something like that.
Yeah, just bring the car home, get the points for the team. That's going to be the main thing here.
Yeah, absolutely. Got a feel for him.
What it does mean, though, the bloke who turned up with no practice after being broken down the road, Wartime is now into the 10. Wartime is in the top
boss
10.
Boss out again at the Ferrari S's.
Oh, it's just not good, is it? Not a good day. When the rest of the field goes through us, it's on the road, which is a good idea, fair enough.
So yellow flags through the Ferrari S's for the stop Blacklight Motorsports car.
Yeah. Currently though, we have a battle for the podium here. Freelix, Black Project and Budsy all fighting for P4, 3 and 2. I said that backwards, but you know what I mean. Currently, Freelix trying to get a run on Black Project. Might be this corner, but I got a feeling the bottom hairpin could be a spot for it.
Here we go into Tiramisu. Do we see any moves? Freelix pulls to the inside of Black Project, late under brakes, can't quite get enough overlap. And for now, Black Project is going to hold on to P3.
Yep, another move.
Oh, huge slide from both Black Project and Freelix on exit. Both eager on that throttle pedal. And Freelix does have the fastest lap at the moment, which he did set 2 laps ago on lap 12.
Currently, as well, I want to say, Stranger now at the P5 there, getting the best of Grovel. Would have been, I believe, on lap 12, judging by the lap time that Grovel did. May have got a penalty or had some major error, but either way, down there the P6 there, bumper crack right on his tail.
Absolutely. So props to the boss as well. He's 2 minutes off the pack, but he is continuing going. So whether he's fixed whatever the issue was, or otherwise where he's switched to a controller, or whatever the issue was, props to him for keeping on.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good. Like, it'd be disheartening, it'd be annoying, especially if there's like a mechanical failure with the car or the equipment attached to it. But like, it's just all about just getting to the end. Like, it's a long season ahead, and whoever car from the S's, hang on, more time has unfortunately spun out the S's there.
No. As there's a huge battle for the podium at the moment between Freelix, Black Project, and Budsy. As Freelix up into the podium places, he gets the better of Black Project.
The Black
As they come
Project
through
is right
Arietta.
over here.
And into Checo.
I'll tell you what it is doing though. Stranger is making time up on these cars in front. If they keep going hammer and tong, mate, Strange could be on for a podium here.
We have 2 3-car battle packs. This could very quickly turn into 2 3-car battle packs that become 6. 1 6-car battle pack, I should say.
It's like a little bit of dyslexia. It's okay, mate. Carry on. Ooh, as we have a car off at the hairpin, is the boss. More harbour issues for him. And he's going to the pits. All right, he might be getting the fresh set of tyres or parking up. Okay, let's seem to settle down temporarily. Oh, no, Freelix getting really close to Budsy. Bit wide at the apex of the last corner. Try and sets him up for a run down the main straight. Currently half a second covering the second and third place cars.
And I think we can now say that this battle pack has become 6 cars. As all bosses come out right in the middle of all this. Oh, that's a terrible spot to be. Right in the middle of the 6 cars. So I'd say he's going for the fastest lap attempt, which currently stands at a 24.4.
Yep. Currently, oh, he's in the way. Oh, he's just blocked Bumcrack as well. Oh, look, I hate to say it, I think the steward's pens could be clicking here.
Down the hill now. And into Talladega. 3 minutes left on the clock, not long left to go in this one.
Currently, look, as I hate to say, but Budsy's tyres are not looking pretty. He is going to be in a bit of strife here. He wants this race to end sooner rather than later, or for the cars behind to just drop off and go away. His tyre wear is dramatically worse than the cars behind him.
And if he starts to drop time, there's 6 cars behind him, 5 cars behind him, all eagerly awaiting in the background. The P2 could be staring at a P7 for him.
Budsy goes semi-defensive, comes back to the racing line where Freelix doesn't go for it. Oh, but look at the time made up in the corner. Freelix just going right into the back of him.
This could be the first position lost for Budsy. Goes defensive, does he? No, doesn't blink at it. Does Freelix?
Oh.
Freelix blinks at it. Throws it down the inside, a little bit of contact on the apex.
Budsy's trying his hardest to preserve that P2 spot on tyres out of Simberg.
But the problem is, the more he holds up the cars behind, the more cars behind that he has to deal with.
Which, look, that's going to be a blessing and a curse, because those cars are going to start fighting each other, and that might give them a bit of breathing room. But yeah, currently now, going from your P2 car and Budsy down to Bumcrack in P7 is only about 2.5 seconds there.
Oh, here goes
Freelix goes for it.
Down the inside, gets it done. Budsy looks for the switchback, but he doesn't have the grip. And now he's under pressure from Black Project.
Done. Signed, sealed, delivered. If Freelix can just keep his nose clean, he's got a P2 in hand.
Absolutely. Big J is absolutely checked out at the top. 7 seconds to the good at the moment, and all this squabbling is just going to add insult to injury to Big J's lead. One more lap left of the race. We see Budsy and Black Project getting really handsy.
Oh, there might be a contact there from Black Project and Budsy, because Budsy's gone very wide. Come back across the racing line. Or sort of checked up a couple of cars there. Grovel looking for a move up to P5 now. Bumcrack also won some of the action. I feel like they could have been assisted there, but I'll have to double check.
We'll have a look on the JSM accounting replay. Let's see what happened here for Budsy. Oh, there's a little bit of bump and... Oh, I don't know. It's... I'm not a steward, I'm just an excited person, so we'll leave that to the stewards.
Right now, as we are on the last lap, Stranger is on the fuel light somehow. Beyond me how he's done it. Currently though, Stranger, he's got better tyres than Black Project in front, so if Black Project makes one small error, Stranger is there to capitalise, and if Stranger can make it to the podium, mate, it'll be my driver of the day, easily.
This race is far from over. Well, it's close to over, but the action is far from over. Look at this. We have 5 cars battling for the podium. Up the hill now through the Ferrari S's. Felix, does he run wide? Not really. But we might see some more sparks at the end here as Bumcrack lines up Grovel into the final corner. Does he look to the inside? No, he doesn't. He holds on to it. But it means that Big J is going to take P1 in extraordinary fashion. Felix will take P2. And they're going to stay single for... Oh no, they're side by side. It's all going off. Felix, Black Project, Stranger, Grovel, Bumcrack. Budsy can only grab 7th. And it's going to be VF who comes home in P8 with Carbon Boy in 9th, Revs in 10. We have Blind Man in 11th. As he rounds the final corner.
14th. Yep. Down to the finish line here. Single file. Bottom there, P12 and Renegade P13.
And that's all she wrote for this one. What a race. Oh.
Insane.
It all kicked off at the end there. All the drivers just biding their time. And then it all kicked off when they got to the pointy end. Absolutely spectacular. So, for now, we'll have a look at the race results. Here's how that one finished. Big J takes P1 ahead of Felix in P2, nabs the fastest lap. Black Project in 3rd. The Stranger coming so close to the podium in 4th. Grovel 5th. Bumcrack 6th. Budsy, after sitting P2 the entire way, can only take 7th. VF there in 8th. Carbon Boy drops to 9th in the Dying Embers. Bryce, Revs in 10th. We have Blind Man 11th. Wartime 12th. Renegade 13th. And the boss, with his hardware issues, will be finishing the race down in last place, unfortunately. But he does complete the race. So he does get points, which is crucial in this championship battle. So who gets your driver of the day there, Muffin?
Look, it's tough. It really is tough to decide who gets driver of the day here. But I'm going to have to do split decisions because I can't split these two. Relix and Stranger. I reckon just those two drove phenomenal races. Stranger there getting nearly onto the podium and Felix getting to P2 from his starting position, I thought was just phenomenal from both those guys. So I know it's not good to give two people driver of the day, but I can't split them.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to give my driver of the day to the Stranger. I mean, he started quite a while down the order, I'm fairly sure, and he just stuck there the entire way. And yeah, he came home with a P4 finish. So great job to the Stranger. Big thanks to Muffin for race directing Category 2A. But we're going to jump into a quick intermission. We're going to switch streamers and we'll be back for some Category 1 racing action. Thanks for coming out, Muffin. Thanks for race directing tonight.
No, absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you for having me here in the cons box. Thank you to everyone at home for watching and enjoying the racing as much as we are. But just don't forget to stick around. After this short intermission, we will have the Cat 1 guys coming out. And let me tell you, they do not mess about, those boys.
Absolutely. Don't go anywhere, guys. Chuck a like in the chat. Subscribe to the channel. And we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I'm clicking stop streaming. And that should be in your hands. All right. And then when it finishes, just go.
I think we are back online. I think by the looks of it, we'll just have to make sure that everything's running smooth as silk because we've been out of the loop for so bloody long. And this guy's been in retirement for best part of 6 weeks. Welcome everybody to Sector 1. It is Brent, aka Karen, back with you. And joining me in the box for Category 2, and a man who's, well, we don't really need to give him an introduction, but we're going to give him one anyway. He is a Hall of Famer. He's a legend, an icon in this beautiful league of ours we call home. It is Sean Ghostmiller. Are you there, Sean?
I am, Brent. How are you, my friend? You well?
Yeah, good. Just been enjoying a bit of a cruise retirement in the Bahamas and come back and all of a sudden just absolutely lost everything. So, yeah, guys in chat, really do apologise for that one. It's been quite a while since we've been gone. Anyway, Sean, your boy's been running well tonight. How are you feeling in terms of the Cat 1 guys, though? Nervous?
A little bit nervous. I feel like, I've just been watching the practice sessions here in the Box of Beauty Cat 2 or Group B. You know what it is. But it is sponsored by Box of Beauty. Big thank you to Box of Beauty and all our fantastic sponsors. Tombo is the man to beat in this race, 100%. He's been flying in practice. Looks really good, really consistent. Keep an eye out, I reckon, as well for Slappers Mate and Boybagum, of course. We know they're a known quantity, and a big driver that is back, and someone you could probably talk about as well. Well, there, Brent, is the one and only Morgan Davey.
Yeah, he is back. He did take a little bit of a hiatus last season. Just decided to step back a little bit and try and enjoy life, and then got sucked back into Sector 1, of course. It's very, very hard to stay away from this place. And, he's enjoying his racing. He's been quite keen to get underway with this one, though, as I think is everybody else. So, you got a smoky for this one, Sean? Or guys in chat? Fire a smoky in?
I'll fire a smoky in. Why not? Let's go with... You know what? We're going to go with the Snag. I reckon good old Sizzle Sausage will pull a bit of a special one tonight.
Ooh, I like that pick. I like that pin a lot. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I reckon we might just get this one underway whenever you are ready, Sean. And
just triple checking everything. Make sure we are good to go. Resetting, and we're about to get underway.
Beautiful.
So for those who are watching, I was just going to say, for those who are watching, smash that like button. You know the deal. Come on. And for every like button that is smashed, I will take off a piece of clothing. There you go.
Yeah, we've been out of this for way too long, haven't we? It's been a few months. Well, not a few months. It feels like it, but we've definitely been out of the loop a little bit, guys. So we do stress. We are quite sorry about that one, and we've been enjoying our little bit of action away. And one thing I'm keen to see is in this division, because this car is a bit of a real, what is it? I think it's mid-engined, if I remember correctly off the top of my head. Just to see how these guys differ from the BMW. The BMW, a little bit on the understeery side, but quite manageable to drive. Whereas this car here, it's got a little bit of a feisty side to it. And it's
it certainly does. I'm about to hit the big red button as well, just so while we're doing that. It does. It's a mid-rear V6. I believe it's a 3.5 litre V6. I'm not 100% sure on that one. But yeah, very tailored. It's got a little bit of a Porsche characteristic to it as well. It does like to back in motocross style into a corner. So you've got to really be really careful on it. It does use tyres as well. So it's one of those cars you've really got to drive with your fingertips. But yeah, you'll see tonight, especially these next two races coming up, the pros really show how it's done.
Yeah, one thing I'm looking forward to seeing is if the guys can, it's a different group. There's a lot of different skill levels across each category, but the big thing about it is these guys that have been just on the back end of Division 1A, of course. We've got to start calling it Division 1A. The guys that were on that back end top tier of 1B, they're going to have to deal with a whole new beast, and we will run the field down now as Racing Accountant goes out for, I believe that is, God, I've been way out of the loop here. That's Symmetry Motorsports, of course. Accountant was pretty quick in the Community Series. He's come back here with a point to prove. But he's got another driver behind him that also wants to make it into the Cat 1A, and that is Tim Durags just behind for Switchblade Sim Sports. And talking to Tim, he's been behind the wheel quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, and he's itching to get some mileage under the belt and also take a couple of wins. He really wants to get back up into that top tier. One of the newcomers, Dale Teeks, driving for Kraken Esports, and Dale Teeks, he's come through the community series, done the hard yards through the pre-season, and I've got to say that's a cracking looking car. It really is.
Oh, very good, very good, very good.
And we got E-Bulk
And
for
Cara with our... that was very good.
we got E-Bulk for I believe that's also Symmetry Motorsports as well. So Symmetry with 2 in the hole tonight. E-Bulk, another one of our newcomers to Sector 1. As is a newcomer to the TO scene, Artsy for Thunder Motorsport, and I like that livery a lot. The little double-edged black side and pink side, of course, black metal sponsoring one side. It's a very striking livery. You're definitely going to notice it on the track as he just runs wide at Checo, with his teammate Heathy just behind. Of course, these two inseparable. Just behind.
I do like how they've split the liveries as well.
Yeah. It's BAR 1999 livery all over again.
So he's done a great job, Thunder, and yeah, it's good to welcome him along, and I hope his team does have a good run. So good to see new TO jumping in and having a crack.
Got Mr. Morgan Davey there, Switchblade Sim Sports, and
Here he is.
yeah, make no bones about it, he's chomping at the bit to get back up to Category 1A, and he's been pretty feisty over the last few weeks. He wants to get back in there. He wants to be taking wins. He's feeling a bit hard done by in the Cat 1B section, where he feels that he should be pushing towards the top as the first times come in.
And it is the accountant that goes straight to the top with a 23.2, if you don't mind, umpire. That is a ripping time. Thunder Archie straight in a second. Lovely 0.1 off. Then the banker, Morgan Davey. All the big hitters are up the front. Dale, Heafy, Tombo. A little bit surprising there from Tombo. I did expect a little bit more. He was showing some really rapid pace there in practice, so maybe he's just winding up the black light time power launch system again, and just see if he can unleash it. And make no mistake, that is the best looking livery on the grid by far. That is stunning.
I actually am not going to lie, I do like the blue wheels with that one from Tombo. As keeping an eye on Boybegum at the moment in P10 after that first lap. And Boybegum, he's been up there in the practice sessions. He's been quite active in this car in pre-season. He's been very, very strong as Hodes sets a new time with a 25.8. Also going to see Sizzling Sausage on the grid. And this is a guy who's stepped up from Category 2 to Category 1. He's made the big jump, as a few of the field have before. And looking forward to seeing how Sausage goes in this newfound category. It's a whole new ball game now to go from the front of the grid and race wins to finding yourself in a higher skill level towards the back and just starting to just find your feet and make a little bit of inroads there.
Yeah, definitely. And I think Black Rose have really actually put together a really nice roster here as well, you know, with Boybegum, who is a proven quantity. We've seen Boybegum in action before. Very quick operator. So, yeah, they've done really well, Black Rose. I like the team they've put together.
I'm actually not going to lie here. Slapper's mate P4, he's doing a fantastic job for Dadson Racing, and well, he's gone up to now to P3 with a 23.
P3.
Oh, jeez, 23.4. That's quick. That's very, very quick early on, and
That is very quick.
And I think one thing I should say about making the big step ups as well, in terms of the livery design, that car from Dadson this season, I know he's done one for each of his sponsors, but that one in particular that Slapper's made is behind the wheel of right now. Good God, that's gorgeous. That really is.
It is nice. Wait till you see Dadson's car. That is the livery.
Oh, yeah.
If you know your British touring cars, you will know what it is straight away. So we'll recap our top. At the moment, it is still the racing accountant for Symmetry Motorsports leading the way and looking very strong there. Best lap of a 1:23.274 as he comes through junior NASCAR or mini NASCAR, whatever you want to call it, right now. Heads onto the straight now. Is he going to come in for a set of boots? He is.
Yep.
Now, Thunder Artsy, he's next out on track. He's 0.1 off. Now, I reckon he owes us a pit stop as well. I reckon he'll come in. Because there's a couple of cars, yeah, they're all going to come in now. This is standard operating procedure. So they'll all come in, slap on a set of Michelin tyres.
Well, to say that Tim Durags has gone around again.
Yeah, a couple of them are a little bit off kilter as we are. I'm just looking at the banker at the moment in that absolutely gorgeous PWR livery. For, of course, oh God, I've forgotten the Doghouse. Yes. Woo! It's been a while, guys. All right, be nice.
It is a gorgeous looking
very
livery.
good there, the banker. It is lovely. The good thing about this livery is what I noticed when I was taking photos of it. It looks simple, but you actually zoom in and get really close to it. There is so many fine little details in it. Oh, that's a little bit of traffic there that got in the banker's way. That's suboptimal. But he is on a flyer and he's got traffic around him. Always a bit of a tricky thing to manage. But the banker is a solid operator, so I'm sure he'll be right. Morgan down in 5th, bit of a surprise. I expected Morgan to be up a little bit higher. He has had a season out of the seat, so he's probably just got a little bit of track rust.
Well, one thing I noticed as well is before a night like tonight, he usually gets out and gets in a slower car on some comfort soft tyres just to try and find the limits of what the steering wheel and he can do in terms of car control. And it's one thing that I don't see a lot of people do. He even threw a set of intermediates on this car in some stages of practice this afternoon just to try and get a feel for the limit of the for the rear end. So it's just what Morgan does. I know he's a bit quirky like that. Will be nice, but it's one thing altogether to go out and set fast laps, but to find the limit of grip in the car, it's a very interesting thing. As Dale Teeks now goes to P3 with a 1 minute 23.4.
Jeez, he just popped that in out of nowhere. Nice lap from Dale there, of course, driving the Kraken Esports. Another striking livery. The plumber's done a fantastic job on those. Really BP inspired as well. And he's leaned into that as well. He's actually got BP on the car now, which is awesome. So yeah, that really works. And a bit of a different livery, which is what we like, of course, with Komatsu on the side.
Oh, and he's purple too at the moment.
Oh, he's purple. Here we go. So Dale on a lap down into Talladega, runs it out nice and wide up through the Ferrari S. Is really important to get a nice line through here, especially the first part. It sets you up for the second part of the Ferrari S's. Clips the apex beautifully. Another runs it right over the curb as well. Very aggressive there from Dale. He's still a little bit of time. He's still up on his best time though. It's going to be very close. There's only 0.076 he has to find. As he fires it down now into mini NASCAR. Back down the gearbox, down to second gear. No, keeps it in third. Short shifts it in a second. Interesting strategy there. Gets the nose turned in beautifully. Then hard on the power. Unleash that big V6. Rev it to 7,000 RPM. Click the gear. And he will go, stay in third. Improves his lap time with a 1:23.391.
Very strong lap there by Dale Teeks. Fantastic work. As Morgan goes to the top with a 1 minute 23.1.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
So,
wow! Tombo from nowhere! Clutch!
What a lap!
I've been waiting for a clutch lap and I've got one. A 23.020. Tombo goes bang.
What a lap there by Tombo. Where did it come from?
What a lap.
So, wow. So incredible that lap from Tombo. His racing accountant now, who just finds himself in P3, has he got anything to usurp Tombo and Morgan now? Oh, he's cut a lot of the corner.
Oh, he has. As he comes through the Ferrari.
Oh, he's purple!
That's a lot of the... Wow. He is purple, though. This is a mega lap here from the accountant. He's crunched his...
Oh!
He's got his spreadsheets. No, that's a penalty. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Morgan's down at the moment as well.
Morgan, now come up down towards mini NASCAR. What's Morgan got for us? He's going to break it. He's got to find 0.124 to try... Oh, no. There's an apex over there somewhere, Morgan.
As Dale Teeks crosses the line now, he does improve, but only very, very slightly as Tim Durags does a 23.4. The times are so close between these guys. They really are.
Incredible.
As Artsy goes P2.
Oh, Thunder Artsy. Oh,
look at the split.
Nowhere.
Look at the split. 0.02 of a second. Absolutely nothing in that.
Nothing in it.
Wow. So starting to come across.
It's going to be... It is, but it looks like it is going to be Tombo that's going to get the first pole of the Box of Beauty Cat 1 Div 2 or whatever it's bloody called. race. Well done, Tombo. On debut as well. That is a mega effort.
Wow, I'm just mind blown by that. I really am. Like, whoa, that was the tightest qualifying I think we've seen in quite some time. Welcome to the series, the Renaults, and especially Division 2. That's ridiculous. That really was. That was an edge of seat qualifying session, and we will go to the results of that one now as we look at Tombo on pole there with a 1 minute 23 flat. That is just absolutely storming pace. It really is. Artsy there in P2. Morgan there in P3. Racing Accountant in P4. Dale Teeks in 5th on debut as well. Great job by Dale Teeks there. Slappers Mate in 6th. Tim Durags in 7th. The Banker in P8. Heathy in 9th. Sizzling Sausage in 10th. E-Bulk in 11th. Boy Become in 12th. It's a big surprise for me. And Hodes in P13. But that is your qualifying session run and done. And a couple of surprises in that one there, Sean.
Yeah, definitely a couple of surprises.
Yeah, very, very shocked. I was expecting, honestly, a Boy Become into the at least top 7 there. I thought Boy Become might have had more in the tank there. I am very, very...
Yeah, I was surprised.
Yeah, I'm very surprised by that. I'm also very surprised by Artsy and P2. That is ridiculously quick time. It truly is. So, I think...
All right. I've got to do a manual grid, so I do apologise for that. It's been a while since I've done one, so...
Yep, no, that's all good. It it does take time to do this one, so guys in chat, just fire away your picks for this one. And speaking of the season, it's going to be a pretty good one. It's a long one. A few different styles of racing this season in terms of... we've got endurance races. We've got a couple of super sprints as well. The usual rounds that take about 40, 45 minutes as well. And in this car in particular, we've seen already some fantastic racing through the preseason and through the first couple of races tonight as well. I think one thing that we're going to have to keep an eye on especially is, especially Div 1, Mountain Goat's got a championship to defend. He's no longer the hunter. He's the hunted, and I'm looking very forward to seeing what the kid can do. It's been a long time coming. And then a couple of new faces in the field, so to speak, and a couple of returning hard charges, including, well, we might just keep that one a bit of a secret for now, but yeah, who knows what will happen tonight in this particular race. And we've already seen just how tight the qualifying session was, 200ths of a second there between Tombo and Artsy. And one thing I'm looking to see in this field now, it's one thing to qualify very, very quickly. It's another thing to do the race itself. And these guys, a few of them would have raced together over the last season or two, but there's quite a few new names in this Cat 1B division. And there's going to be, how can I say it, a few nervous drivers, but not only that, a few guys wanting to make hay while the sun shines quite early. And it'll be a very intriguing prospect to see the likes of E-Bulk and Tombo have a fight against guys such as Morgan and Racing Accountant and Tim Drags and Artsy as well. Guys who have been in this series for quite a while. So I'm unsure if we're going to see carnage. We know that Category 1B is a category that involves a lot of chaos and a lot of hard racing indeed. So we're looking forward now. Next week, I think we've got the Category 2 guys going around first and foremost. I can't remember where off the top of my head. So guys in chat, you may need to fire in and just make some picks. We're just getting the grid sorted at the moment. Ghost's doing the beautiful job of setting this as quickly as possible. He's absolutely flying through this. I can see his fingers moving about 10,000 miles an hour at the moment. We're not too far away as well. Just looking down the pit lane at the moment, Symmetry Motorsports guys just inspecting, I think it's Evolk's car at the moment, just having a quick gloss over. It looks like there might be just a couple of little concerns on that front bumper there in terms of a little bit of debris. And
sorry.
Don't be. All good. And a couple of little scratches over the side of the banker's car there as well on that beautiful Doghouse Motorsport livery. So I'm wondering what's going on there. We shall wait and see, though. not far away now. Formula One and all the other major motorsports returning, of course. I believe we've got the Formula One practice sessions, test sessions coming from Bahrain in mid-February. And we also did hear Drive to Survive's coming as well. The V8s will be back. There's going to be some big changes around that over the next couple of seasons. Looking forward to seeing Brody Kostecki now in a Ford. And, of course, Triple Eight's last season in Camaros. That's been a very controversial little hot dog. And, of course, MotoGP coming back very soon as well. Early March, I think they have got. And there's no number one on a Ducati this year. Jorge Martin, of course, he's going to be defending on that Aprilia. And there's going to be a lot of hungry riders, especially one certain Marc Marquez on the Works Ducati, and it's already danger signs for the rest of the field if the Sepang test sessions are anything to go by. So, awful lot of motorsport coming up, and through it all, Sector 1 will be running the Season 10 of the Renault Megane Challenge, the Megane Trophy, the Megane Medal, whatever we just feel like calling it. So, how are we going there, Sean? I'm assuming you're not too far off. He's deep in thought right now. I can see him just absolutely slicing and dicing through this. He's definitely improved his work since migrating over to Assetto Corsa, and you can see why. As looks like Morgan Davies just getting back in the car at the moment. He's just strapping himself in, and Boybagum as well. He's just been talking to James Afleet, Jimmy Superfly. Looks like he wasn't too pleased about something in the rear end of that car, so I have to wait and see what the goss was for Boybagum. Yeah, that was a big surprise for mine. Wonder where he's going to end up in terms of the race now. He's got a lot of work to do. And D Nico for Hooncorp Esports and Hodes as well. Those two leading the charge for Hooncorp. There's big shake up in terms of drivers for that team this season. 10th and 11th. Bit of ground to make up compared to the guys up the front, but Hooncorp are a fantastic outfit. They really know how to work hard, and they really get the best results across multiple championships as well. So keep your eyes peeled on the Hooncorp boys, because they will be up and about. But of course, it is Tombo, who is Blacklight Motorsports' new kid on the block. Make no mistake about it, he is ready to play, and he will be starting from pole position against Heafy in P2 there. That'll be a spicy little meatball into turn 1. Dale Teeks in P3. It's going to be tough. It's really going to be tough on these drivers heading into Tiramisu. There's going to be some aggression as well. You're going to see a couple of guys definitely outbreak themselves and maybe fall off onto the outside of the corner onto the grass there. The good thing is, though, there's a little bit of a painted tarmac there just to catch themselves. So they will be able to fight back. And, of course, it's one of these tracks that has a very rich and renowned history here. The last time we ran in this configuration, I think, was back in Season 5 or 6. It was back in the production car series as well. And we had a couple of fantastic races there. Of course, Mountain Goat, he narrowly lost out in the Category 2 race, but he has come back this time around and wants to make amends on that one. And that was a good mix of cars in that particular championship as well. There was a few Porsches running about. There was a couple of Alphas, a couple of Hyundais as well. A big mix of cars across the field, and it's one of those tracks that definitely can bite, can offer fantastic passing, close racing, and across the entire season, you're going to see quite a lot of that. You're going to see a lot of these guys really throwing the kitchen sink at each other, and just hopefully we see some very clean racing, but some very, very hard racing between these guys indeed. So strap yourselves in for a big season, guys. Sean, looks
Guess
like,
what?
Oh,
I think I've got it done.
what, you filled the fridge?
Yes, filled the fridge. That's right. Yes.
Oh, beautiful. All right.
No, I think I've got the grid. I think I've got the grid sorted. I am just doing a triple check. Won't be a moment.
That's all good. Dot your I's, cross your
where-
T's.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm just currently looking around for a couple of things at the moment. I think that's there. Yep, good,
Yep,
and
we're-
good. Yep, I think we're good. Are we looking good?
Oh my God.
Well, I'm not looking good. I can't.
One sec.
You're good. I was going to say, you can't polish a turd. If the only thing that's not looking good in this comps box is me, we'll just say that. Anyway, I think there's going to be a few fun races coming up throughout the lobbies as well, guys. I think I'm personally going to be trying to host a couple of the Mazda MX-5 Cup car races. Might be doing some last man standing events as well in the near future, and even might be possibility of hearing some muscle car masters down the track. So those particular events they will be open to the public. We can't wait to see those come back, especially the muscle car masters. That's a very, very popular category across Sector 1. They're absolutely balls of fun, and even just throwing the little Mazdas about, we've had some absolute chaos before in those. So one thing to keep your eye on in the Discord, if you haven't already. Speaking of the Discord, if you haven't clicked on our Discord channel yet, you will find the links here in the Sector 1 YouTube channel. Otherwise, jump on our socials, Facebook or Instagram, and you'll find the links there. You'll see all the news for Sector 1 as well. Jump in, say good day to the community, have a chat, have a cuppa. Or in...
All right. Oh, and now we've had someone leave the room. Oh, God.
It's chaos unrivaled, this, isn't it?
Definitely.
Bugger it. And I'm just trying to find... Yep, there we go. I thought I found some results, and it turns out I have. Yay! Beautiful. No, I remember. I think Lenocious dropped my phone in the comms box, and he point blank refused to pick it up. So, not a nice fella today, Lenocious. I thought he'd be a little bit kinder to me than that, but he's just left it there. New comms box looks good though. Oof. He's done a good job. Filled with some lightish blue and some yellow, little yellow highlights, and just looks very 2004 Fernando Alonso-esque. It's absolutely gorgeous in here. It really is. Absolutely stunning. And, well, I hope you guys would be able to see this, but we'll figure something out. We'll show you on the socials what it looks like. We're not too far away now for some hardcore racing, and these guys are chomping at the bit. It's been a bit of a wait over the last couple of months to get these guys underway. And Lenocious has fired in the chat. Sorry. It's okay, Lockie. Warpig's fired in. Let's go the Taxman, aka Racing Accountant. Diswood's fired in the chat saying Ghost equals we are checking.
We are checking, yes, we are checking, and we've done a lot of checking.
Yeah.
Maybe too much checking.
Yep. Brocky's fired in saying mad dogging it hard in response to Gody saying what a mad dog. Hell of a pole lap by Tombo. That was Turtles fired in saying that. It's going to be so hard to...
All right. I think we're good.
Oh,
I think everyone's in here now. And you know what? If they leave, bad luck. I'm sending it.
That's all good.
All right, here we go. Let's get these boys underway before they start throwing shit at me. Oh, there we go. First swear word of the stream.
Ooh.
Nice work, Sean.
As we just get underway, the car's going onto the grid now, guys. We are getting underway for the first round of Category 1B.
All right, here we go. So, Category 1B. We are about to go racing. It's going to be an absolute rip snorter. Looking forward to this one. All the egos have been talking all off-season, but now that goes out the window. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Racing! Looks like everyone has got off the line very well. Tombo's got a nice start. RC beautiful off the line. He's going to try and go around the outside of Tombo at Tiramisu. That is bold, but Tombo holds his line beautifully, and he will take the lead. Thunder RC in second. Morgan Davey there trying to go around the outside of Thunder RC, which is a bold move. The race at account now. He's going to try and send it down there at Aria. That again is another bold move. Morgan very defensive though. Lovely there from Morgan. That's a great bit of defensive driving. So head down now towards Talladega. It's Tombo leading the way from Thunder RC. Morgan Davey, Racing Accountant, Dale, Slappers Mate, Tim DeRags and Heafy are your eight at the moment as the accountant tries to slide it up the inside of Morgan. That's a bold move. Morgan just hangs it over the race and accountant nearly loses it. Just holds onto it, but he's lost a heap of drive and time and positions there. That's dropped him back down to 6th. As Dale now will slot in the 4th. Slappers Mate, they're in 5th. And look at this pack. Slappers Mate, Racing Accountant, Tim DeRags and Heafy, they are line astern, but back up the front it is Tombo leading the way. 0.9 to the good from Thunder Artsy. Morgan Davey, though, hanging around, just being a little pest as he always is. And then he's got Dale right there. Oh, look at this. They're 3-4 wide. Oh, this is off the scale stuff early. Gentlemen, it's a 25-minute race. Just take it easy. They are 4 wide heading down the main straight. You are kidding me. What a start.
I was actually terrified watching that last corner there. That was absolute chaos as they're going to try and go through Tiramisu here. A little bit of rubber to grind and they're nearly 3 abreast here. Oh, looks like the accountant's just going to be able to hold on. But look at it side by side by side. Oh, this...
Slappers Mate. He just gave him a slap. Oh, wow. Slappers Mate, he's looking really racy as well. And then, so this group, so the top 3 have split away. So Tombo, Thunder Artsy and Morgan, they've just split away a little bit. Then this absolutely crazy pack behind Dale. So Dale now leads him into Talladega. He's got Slappers Mate, Resident Accountant right behind him. Tinderads is there as well. This is incredible pack racing. This is what we expected when we did choose the Megane and we set the settings for the season, was this really close, intense racing, and this is exactly what we've got early.
Yeah, one big thing that I've noticed as well, this big battle pack, it's covering between P4 to P10, so all the way down to Boybegum. It's actually closing up a little bit. It looks like P11 there. I think that's Hodes. He's had a really good start. He's tagged onto the back of this. Everyone from 4, it's actually everyone from 4 all the way down to P14, so this is a 10-car battle pack.
Incredible battle pack.
They've let the podium skip away though.
They have. We haven't seen this kind of racing in Sector 1 for a long time, and it's great to see. So Dale is under an immense amount of pressure here from Slappers Mate. It's a little bit, actually it's very interesting. I'm just riding on board with Slappers Mate at the moment. Just want to see his lines and sort of where he's finding the time. And he has a very early turn in. It's a very unique style. It does remind me a little bit of myself. I'm kind of the same. So it's nice to see a little bit of different driving styles out there, not the same copy and paste. But up the front, Tombo looking very strong, 1.2 to the good. Very smooth on the wheel as well. Not exciting the car at all. I do know one bloke that'll be very happy with this at the moment is the good Doc. He'll be jumping up and down, doing backflips. Not that he probably can because he's still old. Love you, Doc. And then Thunder Artsy there in second. Morgan in third. Morgan's the danger here. He's just hanging around. Now, I have heard a rumour that Morgan's actually learned how to use fuel and tyres in the off-season, which is a small miracle.
Yeah.
Considering the team he drives for.
Yeah, we're not renowned for
Morgan.
We're not renowned for fuel or tyres, that's for sure.
No, definitely not. But he's doing well. He's doing really well, and that car has turned out a treat as well. That looks fantastic. Great to see the Gainsman back on board with Switchblade. Of course, unfortunately losing Deeds, but a big thank you to Deeds for their ongoing sponsorship of Switchblade, aka Deeds Racing.
Just keeping tabs at the moment on the banker as well, just behind Tim DeGrags here. Banker's actually putting quite a lot of laps over the... oh, we've had someone spin a bit further back though.
We are checking. Oh,
it's Nico.
Dynaco has gone around.
So
That's he's only got around again. He's gone around again. Oh no. Oh, nearly got cleaned up by the racing account there as well. That was so the account must have gone around again. So he's had a shocking start after being so quick early on. He's dropped right back off the field. So we've got 2 now really way off the back of the pack. But other than that, it is super tight. There is battle packs everywhere. But it is Tombo now, 1.4 seconds to the good. He's just eking out that lead. And he's also popped in the fastest lap as well with the 24.181. So that is, at the moment, he is looking very, very racy for the slam dunk as he just goes quicker again, if you don't mind.
You see the cloud cover just starting to go over the track too now.
Yep. Yeah, it is starting to cloud over, so that's going to reduce a little bit of track temp. Maybe get a little bit of grip back to the tyres. The wind's at 2.6 miles per second, so it's not too bad. It's not overly breezy out there. You have a little bit of cloud cover, which is nice, especially at this track. The sunlight at this place is brutal. Especially coming down to Talladega, it's right in your face. So these guys will be loving that at the moment.
Yeah, on board with Heapy at the moment now. Heapy and PA, he was just trying to stick the nose up a little bit, thinking to himself that he might actually be able to have a crack at the banker, but he's just slightly lost the back of him at the moment.
Nice job of the banker though, really solid drive. It's one of those drives where I've always said if you're not mentioned much, you've had a good day out. So
Sausage up to P9 now, and there's big battle with Hodes. Hodes trying to fight his way up the grid. Just behind them, boys.
Oh, he's got a penalty.
Oh no.
Hodes has got a penalty, 0.5.
That's gonna hurt.
That's gonna, actually that might drop him into the boiler gun. LP11. We're just going to call him Larry, LP11. Yeah, drop him into that pack because Hodes out. Bernie's penalty. Oh, LP, choose the direction, son. Oh, boy.
Oh, that was tough. That was a big,
I thought...
brown rain moment.
Yeah, I thought that was drama. When he went the other way, I was like, oh, no. But they sorted it out. Good to see.
Tombo's now stretched that gap. He's up to 2.1 seconds now in front. Looks like Morgan Davies actually started to close up to Artie a little bit here.
Okay, let's have a look here. I just want to have a... Oh, yes, Morgan's closing. Morgan is very much closing. You can just see he's just wound up the wick a little bit. Not a lot, but enough to just put the pressure on. Just going to have a quick look at our tyres at the moment. I'm just going to have a sort of see. Yes, I thought so. Our top three are pretty much identical. There is nothing to split them. Their tyres are the same. Feels the same. Feels not an issue here. It's the tyre where we are keeping an eye on. Dale's good. Slappers Mate and Tinder Rags. Actually, Tinder Rags got really nice tyre wear. Two switchblade cars. What is going on down there?
We've been very shrewd over the off-season. I'll say that.
The banker's looking good. Everyone's very similar tyre wear. Oh, look. To be honest, Boy Begums and Hodes are a little... Oh, Hodes actually very second-hand. He's used quite a lot of the front, so that's going to hurt him towards the back end of the race. He's also on softs as well. So he's one of our runners on softs, which is interesting. Not sure how that's going to play out.
Well, that explains the very, very quick start.
It does, but he's the only one on softs as well. So Tombo, 2.3. But this is the battle. Artie's getting a very thorough examination here from Morgan now. Morgan has really put piling on the pressure. Trying to force just a little mistake from Artie.
Yeah, and if I know Morgan, he's tougher than an old dim sim in a roadhouse. He
certainly is.
He's not going to make any bones about it. And one thing I've been keeping an eye on as they go through that Ferrari S's there, just clipping the inside too much onto the grass, has caught a couple of the black light guys out tonight, and I've seen a few of them just flirting with that a little bit. Sort of need to, if you're going to be up this top half of the field, you need to really find the limits of where the track's at. As Dale Teeks looks like he's actually closing into this too.
Yeah, Dale is closing up. Slappers is coming along with him as well. Morgan just lost a little bit of time there, out to 0.7 now. So he's just maybe losing a little bit of goodness in the tyre. Hopefully he can bring that back. What Morgan is very good at though, under brakes, it's his strength. He is one of the latest breakers I have seen in Sector 1 history. He is so deep on the brakes.
This little battle pack down the back of the field here now, just starting to formulate as well. Looks like Tim Durags has just lost the back of the top 5. Banker's just hanging with him. Heapy's only 1.3 behind these guys, and then there's a little bit of a train back to Sausage and E-Bulk. as Heavey's going purple at the moment. Racing account with the fastest lap at the moment with a 1 minute 23.884. A strong pace. Very strong race pace.
Very strong pace. The pace is very good out there. It's they're very consistent across the top 4 or 5. They're all pretty much in the 24s consistently. Actually, Tombo's the only one that's just dropped into the 24s.
Yeah, but he's on a purple lap at the moment, as we've just seen on the screen. So this might just might be significantly faster. We might see mid-23 here.
He probably saw that fastest lap and thought, no, Mr. Accountant, you won't be doing that. I'll be taking that back, thank you. Yes, he does.
There he goes.
Drops in a 23.7 just to establish a bit of dominance.
Dale Teague's doing a great job on debut.
Thunder Artie's had a massive moment of terrible.
Oh!
He's gone around. Morgan's gone into him. There's big drama. Thunder Artie's gone around Morgan, then crashed into him, and Dale said, thank you very much. I'll be taking some of that. Wow.
See if we can get that on replay. And just the rear end going around, and Morgan just had absolutely nowhere to go.
That's right, yeah. Morgan come around the corner, was completely blindsided. Hopefully there isn't too much damage on the car and he can just truck on. It looks like the car's all good, so he should be right to go. He'll just keep plowing along, but now he's got Dale right behind him. Now what I'm interested here is to see if Morgan can pull away from Dale, or Dale can actually tack onto the back here and bring this train with him, because we've seen with the Megans already in a couple of test races we have had is the slipstream is so powerful. If you lose that slipstream, you are toast.
And this is a bit of a power circuit as well. You got 3 big long straights here, possibly 4 if you count after Talladega, and through the S's you can definitely still hold the slipstream there. And they've definitely lost a lot of time to Tombo.
Yeah. I think the thing also though, you got to keep aware of these cars. I took one for a spin the other day actually, just to sort of get a feel of what they feel like. And geez, they suffer from aero wash bad. Like really badly. If you're close to someone in a corner like coming up here, or maybe not so much this corner because it's a bit of a lower speed corner, but up towards Talladega, you can just feel the front end going, I don't want to turn.
Yeah, and one thing about this car as well, it does use quite a bit of grip early on, especially if you're very aggressive with it. It's sort of a car you have to drive at about, I'd say 90% to get the most out of it, because if you just push it just a little bit more, you just either kill the tyres completely or you just absolutely ruin your pace with too much understeer on the entry, or it's just a handful after 90-ish%. As Artie at the moment, just on board with him at the moment, and he's down to P5. He's got a lot of work to do to get back up to Morgan, but the train's closing up quite nicely, especially for Dale Teagues in P3.
Yeah, definitely. This is closing right up now. This is closing right up now. So this is a 4-way fight for second on the podium. Of course, you are watching the magnificent Cat 1 Group B, brought to you by Box of Beauty, live on Sector 1 Sim Racing. And it is the one and only Karen in the box with Sean Ghostbella, and we are basically counting down to the big race tonight. But this has been a brilliant little entree, and this battle now for second is absolutely going off. Morgan now is going to have to get his elbows out and start the he's really tailing on exit there out of area. Holy moly.
He was squirrely, very, very wiggly, but we know he's good with a very slidey car. He's one of those people that the looser the car gets, the better he becomes, which is quite weird. He loves it.
Yeah, it's Morgan's strength, actually.
It is.
He does. You put Morgan in a car with, say, 150 horsepower on comfort soft tyres, and he will cream everyone. He is a master of low grip, low power cars.
Well, we did see that.
He put something
a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
In the BMW M3,
he
said the Sukuba round.
Yeah, very much so. And yeah, once he's sort of, once these cars get a bit loose, a bit taily, he's so good.
There was a little bit of
geez,
contact
close,
there.
wasn't it? Wow.
Yeah, there was a little bit of contact by Slappers, who just braked a little bit later than he'd like, just tapped the rear end of Dale Teagues to say, hi, I'm here. This is closing
Slapper's
up.
got to be careful here. Yeah, it is. Slapper's got to be careful here because he's got Thunder all over him here. And of course, Thunder only happens when it's raining. And it's not raining at the moment. Don't know where I was going with that, but anyway, we move on.
We are back at the playground in Sector 1 here.
Yeah.
Looks like just behind these
Alright,
guys
so
here,
he's-
though, Tinder Rags has got the banker for company, and Heafy's actually running with them. That's interesting.
Again, Heafy's another one that's just slid under the radar. Really haven't heard much from him. Haven't called his name much. And as I always say, that's a good sign. That means you're having a good, solid day out. He's just cruising up to the back, I would say, of the bank. I wouldn't say flying up to the back. I'd say cruising.
As,
Back to this battle for second.
yeah,
This
it's
is where
closed
at.
up. It's closed up big time.
Absolute cracking battle this. So Morgan leading the way from Dale, Slapper's mate, Artie. That's second, third, fourth, and fifth. There you go, down into mini NASCAR now.
Oh, Dale Teeks, what a
Slapper,
launch!
Slapper. Oh, did you see that? Slapper had a big look as well. He showed the nose lounge style and said, I'm going to just let you know I'm here, and also really get in your mirror. I do like what Thunder's doing here, though. He's just sitting behind. He's not being aggressive. He's just waiting, lurking, stalking.
I think one of the things I've noticed just on that last corner as well, in terms of the way these guys are driving, Morgan's just a bit of a slow in, fast out driver compared to Dale Teeks and Slappers, who are just braking very hard into it. Morgan gets a better exit. The other guys are compromised as a result on the straights, so that's something they may have to keep in mind here, this 4-car battle.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think Artie as well. You can see Artie just struggled a little bit there out of Aria, just a little bit of drive. And that's the thing, if you get out of this slipstream, you are, oh, Artie, geez. Take it easy, son.
Yeah.
Just got to be really this is that part of the race now where the tyres start to feel like absolute, excuse my French, crap. You've really got to be careful on the throttle and your steering inputs and just be gentle and just nurse the car.
And the gap between Tombo and Morgan is expanding as well all the time, the more these guys battle. Oh, look at Artie. Oh, Artie's just decided to send it up the inside.
Artie, he sent it. Has he got that done? Has he got that done on Slappers? It's going to be really tight. They're going to go side by side now. This is at 180, 200 kilometres an hour. They're going to break super deep into Tiramisu. Who's going to have the line? Has he got it done, Slappers? He has. Slappers holds on beautifully. And now he's right on the back of Dale, and Dale's right on the back of Morgan. Hold your breath. Stunning racing.
This is the battle pack to watch at the moment for 2 spots on the podium, 2nd to 5th. First race of the season for Category 1B, and there is a lot on the line here. A couple of guys could very well find themselves up in Cat 1A purely because of the results of this battle here.
Oh, 100%. Tombo, enjoy your time in Cat 1B. You are moving up, my friend. He has proven that he is legitimate. Top of the tree pace, so well done to Tombo, but back to this is a ripping battle. This is why we are so excited about this season at Sector 1, because it is producing racing like this. There are literally 4 cars covered by sweet bugger all as they head up through the Ferrari S's now, up over the top as they rise, and then they're going to plunge down into mini NASCAR, and Dale's going to go, you know what, I'm sending this. No, he thinks better of it. Thunder Artie's copped the penalty as well. So
oh no!
off this battle pack,
oh, Slappers!
Painful.
Slappers nearly lost the rear end there. It's sort of let Morgan get away a little bit.
I tell you what else is happening is Tim DeRags is coming. He is bringing the banker and Heafy along with him. This has the potential to be an 8-way fight for second position. Absolutely ridiculous.
And in terms of tyres at the
love
moment,
it.
Who's the one to look out for in this big battle pack?
In terms of tyres, so we're looking at Morgan Davey, Dale, they are about, I'd say close to half gone. Then we've got Slappers mate, he's actually got a little bit better wear than Dale. And then we've got Thunder Artsy, who has dropped off, but his tyre wear is good. He is good to go. Then we've got Tinder Rags, the Banker and Thunder Heavy, they are all very similar on tyres as well. So really it's up to Tim Durags now to get the head down and just try and drive up towards the front pack.
Yeah, if I'm the Banker here, I might even just consider giving him a little bit of a bump draft just to try and catch these guys up front, give yourself a bit of a fighting chance. Because this is a track that you could get away with bump drafting, especially on the straights here. There's no point fighting Tim Durags at this stage because you'll just lose out and miss out on the chance to possibly snag a podium.
Oh boy! Oh, sorry, Morgan had a huge moment coming onto the straight, and that's allowed Dale to get a run. Dale's going to run now down the main straight as they head towards Tiramisu. Dale's just going to break it nice and straight, get the nose turned in, and he'll get this done. And he does get it done, but Morgan wants to have a conversation. Of course he does. That's the standard Morgan we know. And now Slapper's getting involved. Oh, this is about to kick off. We've got, 3.5 minutes left. It is about to get really spicy. Morgan now is going to try and set it up the inside of Dale. He gets it done. There's a slight touch, but there's nothing to worry about. Dale goes wide, and now Slapper's got to run. There's 3 wide. They are 3 wide down into Talladega. And Slapper's mate, he's going to go into second from 4th. You can't script this stuff. It is off the chain good. Morgan now comes back. Oh, if this isn't getting you excited, nothing will.
Oh, don't think about it. Into the Ferrari SS boys. Not 3 wide. Morgan's going to go up the inside and hold on. Slappers wants to have a word with Dale Teeks on this. Oh, this has got all the hallmarkers of an absolute slobber knocker. There might just be carnage, and these guys might be bringing Tim Durags into the fray as well, but look at this battle, 4 wide.
Oh, they're all over the track. They're going everywhere. Morgan's back in the second now. This is crazy stuff. Dale, though, he's right there. He is right there. He's just got to get a little bit of an overlap and you'll have a chance. Slapper, though, look at Slapper. Slapper's the one to watch here because he's got a slipstream here on Dale. He's going to try the in and under here. He's going to try and go round the outside of Dale. No, that was bold. It was a bold effort. I'll give 10 out of 10 for effort there. Just got to calm it down a little bit. Take a bit of a breath. There's that sun I was talking about. Absolutely horrible, this track. But Morgan now, Morgan's super defensive on his lines as well. Oh, Dale's gone super now.
Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Morgan just a little bit wide on the exit. It's compromised him. Dale Teeks got the inside run heading into Talladega now. Artsy's thinking about a move of the Slappers, mate. There's 2 by 2. Can they make it cleanly? Dale Teeks takes the inside line. Will take Teeks.
Look at this.
Oh,
unbelievable as they go marching 2 by 2. Hurrah, hurrah. Down in the Ferrari SS now. A little bit of a touch there from Slappers, mate. He's back now down to 5th. That literally is all it takes. One little off line or one little missed apex and you lose 3 or 4 positions in this pack, but it's Dale leading the way. Morgan is all over in cheap suit style.
Morgan decided to have a
nice and deep.
Oh, Dale gives him plenty of room. Little bit of a touch.
Thunderasi.
Oh, he's wide.
Narnia.
He goes off into the weeds. Dale Teeks still holds on to P2. Dale Morgan Navy P3. Artsy 4. Slappers 5th. If these guys keep battling, Tim Durags and Heathy in the bank will be here in no time at all.
Yep, they're coming.
The gap's closed.
They are very much coming. And this will be the last lap. It's going to be very close as well. I'm just going to quickly check in on our race leader. 9.3 seconds to the good. Shut the gate. It is run and done. Tombo for Blacklight will take the victory. A stunning drive. Hats off, sir. I know he was pretty excited to have me call his race. So well done, Tombo, mate. You're an absolute bloody star. What a drive. But back to this cracking battle now for second. It is Dale, Morgan, Thunder, Slappers, all absolutely throwing haymakers at each other. And I tell you what, Tim Durags has seen this and he's like, right, come on, boys, let's go.
Oh,
It's
this
the
is
final
definitely going to
lap.
be the
It's the
final.
last lap. So Dale is looking good here.
Morgan under serious pressure at the moment, though.
He is. He's under massive pressure. He's going to break it nice and straight. He's going to try and defend here.
Oh!
But Thunder's going to try and go around the outside. I don't think there's much grip out there. Tombo takes the victory, but it's going to be Dale. I think it's going to hold on. Has he got enough fuel to get home? It's going to be close, but Dale will take second. Morgan third. Thunder in fourth. Slappers mate in fifth. Tim Durags there in sixth. Heafy in seventh. The Banker there in eighth. Sizzling Sausage there in ninth. Hodes will finish in 10th. Boybegum in 11th. The Racing Accountant there in 12th position and got the fastest lap with a 1:23.2. And Dinoco will finish in 13th and Larry will finish in 14th. Wow, wait, what a race.
That was a spicy meatball, and if you weren't excited for the rest of the season before, you are now. Welcome to Sector 1 Season 10. Holy mother of...
Stunning.
What a race, seriously. That was one of the best races I have seen in quite some time. It truly was. And, oof, how do you follow that up? Seriously. We better take a look at the results anyway. Switching over and having a look at Tombo's big win. 9.3 seconds to the good. Dale Teeks on debut, P2. Fantastic result. He'll be wrapped with that. Morgan Davey, P3. Great return to form there for Morgs. Artsy in P4. Slappers mate in 5th. At one stage, he went from 2nd to 5th, 5th to 2nd. He was all over the place. Tim DeRags in P6. Teefy in 2nd. The Banker in P8. Sausage in 9th. Hodes in 10th. Boybegum in 11th. Racing Accountant in P12. D Nico P13. E-Bulk in 14th. Fastest lap does go to Racing Accountant with a 1 minute 23.277. That is Cat 1B run and done.
Crazy race. Unbelievable race. That is some of the best racing I've ever called here in Sector 1 / Throughhouse. That was a stunning race for second. Hats off to all the drivers as well. It was clean. It was hard. That's what we love to see. Good, hard, fair racing. So big hats off. And my driver of the day is going to go to those 4 drivers in that battle pack because that was worth the price of admission.
Yep. And looking at the chat at the moment, Diswood said race of the season. Cruisen's fighting.
Oh,
saying,
Scott Early?
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Cruisen said, well done, Morgan. Awesome. Brocky said Dale Teeks, driver of the day. Captain Muffin said Tombo, driver of the day. Bumcracks voted for Dale Teeks. Big standing ovation there from Rainbow Socks. Brocky's fighting, saying, amazing drive, Tombo, Dale Teeks, and Morgan. Pleasure to watch. That and big rap for you as well there, Sean.
Oh, down out.
Yep. Jim Bob
nice.
has fired in saying, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is why Ghost is one of the premier sim racing commentators in the world, period. I would pretty much agree with that.
Would say the world. Would say the world. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, big conversations going at the moment. Diswood said top 5, 6 could arguably be in Div 1. I agree completely. Yeah.
Oh, completely agree with that as well. Yeah, definitely.
The Bumcrack has fired in saying as well, 2 Kraken podiums so far. Woohoo. So, yeah, big start to the Kraken contingent in the points in the team's championship. So, great result. Morgan's fired in saying, great racing. Heaps of fun to be back. Yeah, good Doctor can't even split drive of the day between 2nd and 5th. That's
absolute cracking race.
And big thank you as well, I should say, goes to the man of the hour, Sean, for stepping in the comms box tonight. It's been an absolute honour.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah, honour and a privilege from me and everyone else here, mate. Your voice is absolute legend, and yeah, absolutely love having you around the box, mate. So big thank you for getting up unsorted tonight.
Thank you for inviting me, and I will promise next time, ladies and gentlemen, I will make sure I learn how to set the grid manually, because yeah, that was a bit of a kerfuffle, but we got through it. But other than that, I will bid you adieu. It's been a pleasure, and I'm going to go crack a cold milk and sit down in my comfy chair and watch the top of the tree boys go at it.
Yep, and speaking top of the tree boys, it's time to introduce the main commentator with me tonight, and I'd say he's like a reincarnate of Ghost. It is Carbon Boy. Are you there, Luke?
I am indeed. Reincarnate. I'm not sure if you're complimenting me or insulting Ghost a little bit there.
Bit of a compliment. Well, I'm hoping it's more of a compliment. It's
I mean, I'm taking it as a compliment. I'm not sure how Ghost feels about that, though.
I'll find out once I step
We'll
out of the
discuss this after the race.
Yeah, there will be conversations. No, I've been watching the races earlier this evening, and yeah, this has been an absolute cracking start to the season. Yeah, my own race didn't go so well, but for everyone else in it, yeah, it went absolutely brilliantly. But that's the way it rolls, and I am very looking forward to the Category 1 Group A boys tonight, because they have been setting some very blisteringly quick times in practice this afternoon. It's a little bit scary, not going to lie.
I got the feeling we might have to prepare a bucket for the good doctor, because as soon as he sees someone in the 22s, you know that there's going to be a bit of an moment. And
Yeah, good doc. Have a bucket ready for the first flyers, because yeah, it's humbling. Put it mildly.
Oh no, I'm not looking forward to that. So any big surprises so far? How's everyone been running in the practice sessions? Everyone's been going good?
In terms of surprises, there haven't been any. To be honest, the guys you expect to be quick are quick, and the guys who you expect to be even quicker are, well, even quicker. I know that's not the most detailed description of it all, but I mean, you could say this about all of our groups this season. They are stacked. Like, it can go any which way. Like, for instance, there's half a dozen guys in Group B in Cat 1 that could quite easily slot straight in and hold their own in Group A. And the same in Cat 2. It's mental.
I think
you're right. The quality of talent and pace we have this season it's more than I've ever seen.
Yep, and I've been here. This is my 7th season now in Sector 1, and seventh year, and I don't think we've seen the grids as tight as we've ever seen them like this. This is just absolutely next level phenomenal, and it's not just the grids as well. The cars look absolutely incredible.
I just have something going on. Sorry, you'll have to hold your own.
Oh no! What have you? Did you forget to turn off the cheese making? What's it called? The sandwich press again in the comms box. Oh dear God. Anyway, guys, we're going to be getting this one underway in a couple of moments, but looking at the chats at the moment, Morgan's had an absolute blast. PD Pops has said that commentary team. Yeah, I think Sean's got me well and truly beaten. I think Carbon Boy might now these days as well. So I've been out of the loop way too often. Tombo Driver of the Day as well, says PD Pops. It's going to be a very tough race, this one. We've got a few returning names that I will reveal as soon as we get qualifying underway. As soon as Carbon Boy's put out the fire from his grilled cheese sandwiches. A couple of big names that have struggled in the last season. They're back in this division having a clean slate, so they will be championship contenders right up the front. You saw a couple of new faces last season that have stayed. They were at the very front. They're going to have a harder time of it now, and there's a couple of big returning names, former champions. They are here to play, and make no bones about it, this could be the craziest Cat 1A season we have ever seen in the entirety of Sector 1.
Rightio. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen, and sorry about that, Karen. It sounds completely random, but for some reason, every single smoke detector in the S1 comms box decided to start going off.
Oh, dear God. Well,
there is no fire, there is no smoke, so thankfully, once my ears stop ringing, we should be good to go tonight.
Brocky's fired in the chat saying making gourmet toast most likely. Yep, I'd probably agree with that.
Not cooking anything, actually. That's the scary part.
And Woody has said that's a carton Carbon Boy.
Yeah, sure. I'll get you a 600ml Chocky Big M.
Oh, yum. Anyway,
because that is a carton.
Whenever you are ready, my friend, we will get this one underway. And
Alrighty, let's punch this big button. No more delays. Let's get qualifying underway. Category 1, Group A, Round 1. Let's get it going.
So 32 likes on the stream tonight as well. Fantastic effort by everybody in the chat. 37 viewers at the moment. So if If you know some people not watching, get them to get involved, get in the chat, because we are about to go absolutely bananas with the top division in all of Sector 1 sim racing. As the guys make their way out to the track for Category 1A, courtesy of APR Automotive, you're in safe hands. And leading the way, you can see the man of the hour, the former two-time champ, has returned. Distinct Geesh driving for... Sean's absolutely going to kill me. It's Ironheart, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Ironheart.
I nearly
Sim
forgot.
Sports.
Oh, dear God. And I'd have to say...
Wow.
Yeah, I do apologise firstly to Sean for that one. I've been on a cruise ship in the Bahamas. The big news is not just that, though. Geesh coming back, and this is the man who I'm going to put all my chips on for this one. He is a force to be reckoned with. Gran Turismo World Series runner. He is absolutely brutal and is going to make life a living hell for everybody in Category 1A.
We have had a little bit of a glitch in the timing by the looks of things.
Yeah, because
It looks like to me that Lenosis is actually the first driver out on track coming into the final turn.
Yep, and Lenosius, he's dropped my phone in the comms box, and never picked it up, so we're going to gloss by him and look at the arguably the best livery, as you heard from Sean say, the best livery in the entirety of Sector 1 in his opinion. That livery right there for Dadson Racing, of course. I'm going to need a box of tissues, I'm sorry, but that is absolutely, just the detail on that is just remarkable, and I could look at this livery all day, but unfortunately we have to move on. Ricky Bobby and P3 for APR Automotive and APR Motorsport, and good to see a little bit of a change up in the driver's lineup for you guys there, Carbon Boy.
Not sure what you're talking about.
Go back to Evil Evo now for Doghouse.
We believe in consistency.
Speaking of consistency, this is a man that is renowned for at Evil Evo. Absolutely blistering, as is the former champion GDR. He is back for Blacklight, and he had a bit of a rough season last time out. Spent a fair bit of it in Cat 2, 1B. And then there's the reigning champion who's got a lot of work in this very stacked field, Mountain Goat. Very intrigued to see how he becomes the hunted. Another returning face.
He is very proudly displaying the bright pink #1 on the side of the car.
Another returning
taking
champion.
out the title.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to mention that. Captain Muffin there, returning. Former champion in Cat 2A. Fondly remembered at Deeds Racing / Switchblade plug for that one.
And straight off the bat, Distinct Geesh casually drops a 122.868 first flyer, if you don't mind.
And
good doc. Better grab that bucket.
Yep, I was about to say, I think the top three, it looks like, all under the 123 bracket. That's just ridiculous, as we see Nif there for CP Motorsports. And CP have been on a bit of a warpath in terms of recruiting. Looks like they've got a couple of very big names now. They got Budsy for the Cat 2s, and now picked up Nif to spearhead this squad. Very shrewd pickup there by the CP conglomerate. As we got young Wakey there, who's taking another season for Kraken Esports. Young Wakey, I can't wait to see as good doc has chimed in the chat saying vomit. As CPJ50 also doing another round for CP Motorsports in Cat 1A. Very surprised he didn't change teams, although with with his name tag like that, I should have expected better. Great job, Karen.
Just having a look through the timesheets, with the exception of the split between Foss and Nif, all the way down to P9, the difference between the drivers is measured in hundredths.
And also I should mention is Captain Muffin, and looks like young Wakey's gone to the top as well with a 22.8 as we just looked at stickers. What a lap there by young Wakey.
Just pipping Geesh by 0.02 of a second.
Where did that come from? Ridiculous lap.
I don't think I can say where I think it came from on stream just yet, but you can probably guess. But Either way, credit to the young fella for pulling that out from wherever he did. That is an absolute blinder of a lap. But Geesh is coming out of the pits now on a fresh set of tyres, so give him his out lap to get some heat into them, and we will see what he can do in return. Ricky Bobby jumping out of his way.
Just on board.
Sorry, Dadson.
Just on board with Prima GDR now, who was up in the first sector on his personal best as he goes through the Ferrari S's. And he's down now, so it looks like the tyres just not able to hold on just yet. I saw a few guys coming in early and really taking that early pit stop a whole lap earlier, I'd say, than the rest of the field. These other guys you'd expect to come in now as well. 6 drivers in the top 6 are all in the 1 minute 22s. It's just ridiculous, with young Wakey leading the charge. We'll jump on board now with Jishu. Will be one of the first to set a new lap on these soft tyres. And the Ironheart boys, definitely, when Ghost made this team, we knew how competitive we'd be. We know he's in this to win this. He's not mucking about as a team owner. And we know he's very, very serious operator as a driver, but as a team owner, a whole new venture for him. And boy, hasn't he gotten a star-studded lineup to begin Category 1 and life as a team owner.
Worked out well for Godey. He's just come into his first flyer lap after doing his out lap, and he's getting banked up in traffic. Good to see Captain Muffins slipping to the side to let him go through. But I'm not sure if Godey will be enthusiastic about getting caught up in traffic.
Oh.
Evil Evo pulls to the inside to let him go by. Very gracious. Good to see.
Jeesh is purple now through the first sector, and he's got a good toe. I think that might be Ricky Bobby in front of him. I'm not sure. Either way.
Pink wheels, Lenosis. Black wheels, Ricky Bobby.
Yeah, can't really see the wheels at the moment. Oh, that's a big moment for the APR car. This might... Oh, he's nearly gone. Nearly gone. Ricky's held it. Does this check up Jeesh's lap? He's still purple as he goes through the second sector. That was a massive moment there for Ricky, though. What can Jeesh do? Will he be able to go pole? He runs very wide onto the weeds there on the exit of Mini NASCAR. Will this go to the top? It does. The 22.6.
Oh, wow. Foss with a 22.872 puts himself into P3. Just shortly after, Lenosis sets a 123.093 to move himself up from P12 into P7.
Young Wakey's just started his lap now, but a lot of these guys, they're going to be chomping at the bit to try and just even get remotely close to Jeesh. A 22.6, that is incredible pace. And got Mountain Goat there at the moment. He's up on his best, but he's still down on Jeesh. He's got a lot of work to do, just the kid.
Just got my eye on John at the moment. He's come out of the pits with a fresh set of tyres, done his out lap, currently sitting in P9, but there's only hundredths of a second between him and the couple of the drivers in front of him, so I'd say he's going to get this lap and one more, and he's currently 2/10 up in the first sector, so I'll keep my eye on him.
As the grilled cheese sandwiches are still burning, Mountain Goat's purple in the second sector. We may be on fire here in the comms box, but we're also on fire here on the track. Mountain Goat, can he take pole position? It's going to be tight. No matter which way you slice it, as Ricky Bobby goes up. There goes Mountain Goat to the top. Jeesh in second. GDR for a split second was in P2. Drops himself into third. Jeesh has got a lot of work to do now. That's going to be hard to beat. As looks like GDR just accidentally got checked up a little bit by Dadson there, so that might be GDR done. See what Jeesh is at the moment. Is he purple? No, he's 3/10 down. It's advantage Mountain Goat. He's 2/10 down as well. GDR will be down. Let's see what young Wakey's doing. Oh, he's barely down on his best as well. As he goes through Talladega, are we going to see a late surprise? jump on board now with the kid. V2.0. Young Wakey takes an awful lot of that inside curb. He's just barely up. He needs that little bit of a toe. He uses a lot of the sausage through the Ferrari S's. Pulls it in very deep. Goes through Mini NASCAR. He's going to need a strong exit. May not be enough though. He comes across the line. He does improve, but it won't go up the field. P4 for what the kid, Young Wakey. Looks like we might be done. We've still got one more car coming across at the moment.
John unable to improve on his P9.
Ah,
Unfortunately.
interesting.
Again, my apologies, people, for the smoke alarms going off. I'm thinking there might be a slightly stressed team owner out the back having a cheeky dart. And it's just getting inside and setting off the alarms here, which is not great.
Ah, well, anyway, we better hope to God that nothing burns down as we look at the qualifying results. Mountain Goat on the top there with a 1 minute 22.6. Same time as Distinct Geesh, 12, wow, 1200ths of a second is ridiculous. That is just nothing. That is like half a millimeter. Prima GDR there, he's only less than a tenth behind as well. Young Wakey there in P4, Foss in 5th, Captain Muffin in 6th, 7th is Lenocious, Nif there in P8, John in 9th, Ricky Bobby 10th, CPJ 50 11th, Evil Evo 12th, Dadson 13th, and Stickers in P14. So that is your field for Cat 1. And I am suddenly very, very scared as to what these guys are going to be able to do in this race. It's going to be, looking at that top 7, this could be the mother of all races right here.
I am excited and nervous.
You should be nervous. Just looking at the chat, Diswood's flight in saying, Sunday roast not going well, Carbon Boy. That's all right. You'll get your Sunday roast in the comments.
Nice. I will pay that. That's quite a good call. No, nothing's actually cooking. Something might be burning, but nothing's cooking.
I don't know about nothing.
I don't know what's going on.
I don't know about nothing after that qualifying session. I think there's a fair few guys in that field that are just on a whole new league.
This is where I make some pun or cliched comment about the heat of this lobby setting off the smoke detectors, but I'm not going to do that. All right, chat people, stop roasting me for half a second, and I'd like you to fire in your podium predictions, please.
Well, I think personally, it'll be Geesh followed by Goaty, and then I'm going to throw in a curveball and say Foss for P3.
All right, I'm going to throw in my own curveball. BSR, both drivers on the podium, and the third is yet to be determined.
Yet to be determined. Who's he driving for?
Ah, that just leaves things open for me.
All right, that's
what does chat think about the podium predictions?
Dale Hagstrom's fired in saying Wakey podium. I reckon Wakey's got the pace to really get up there. Be interesting to see how he goes against Geesh. We saw a couple of seasons ago they had a fantastic rivalry in the it was a couple of seasons ago now. It was what did we do 2 seasons ago? The NSXs, I think it was. I'm that any one of that top 6, I reckon they could go for it. But I think what we should do now, we've waited a couple of months now for these guys. The last race of the night, the big one, the start of the entire season, and the Sector 1 trophy on the line. Are we ready?
I am. I don't know about you, but I'm definitely ready.
I'm definitely ready. I've been ready for this for a while.
All right, let's punch the button and give the good people watching exactly what they want.
Yep. And I think Brocky's right. He's just chimed in saying, could be anyone on the podium, but it'd be great to watch either way. The viewers will be the real winners. That last line there, I think is
wholesome.
I think he's going to be right.
He's also trying to offset the jinx I just put on the BSR boys. So, good work, good work.
Oh, this is
all right. We have cars on the grid.
Nice. They look good. Very good. As we wait. Got the lights going now. 5 lights. We are underway for Season 10 of Sector 1. Everyone gets off the line so well. Mountain Goat, though, has an absolute barnstorm. He goes very defensive. Geesh thinks about throwing it up the inside. There's contact already. Contact from turn 1. Can they all get through nice and cleanly? Oh, there's a lot of bumping and grinding going on. A couple of guys running very wide there, but it looks like Geesh has gotten through with Mountain Goat. Captain Muffin already making insides on the Foss there.
Well, there is a lot of bumping and grinding going on in the mid-pack, but thankfully, nothing untoward. Nobody ending up in the Shadow Realm or facing the wrong direction. So getting through that first couple of corners is the chaos that we love to avoid.
Captain Muffin there already trying to look up the inside of Wakey. He's very, very hungry to get past. This battle pack, look at this already. John P9. So he's made a spot. Back up the front now, though. Mountain Goat leading the charge. But he's got Geesh, he's got GDR, he's got Wakey, he's got 14 of Australia's very best behind him. A lot of noses being shown. Can they get through?
Oh, John goes for the big send up Lenosis at the final turn. Just got alongside. He might be able to make something happen into turn 1.
He's just up the inside of Lenosis, I think.
Niff and Foss going side by side. This is going to go one of two ways.
Oh, these guys keeping it very clean. John holds that inside line. So does Niff. Oh, they're almost 3 wide on the exit. There's a little bit of contact. The APR cars make contact as well. Oh, how did Lenosis save that?
My heart was in my mouth there. My 2 teammates. Breaking rule number 1. But thankfully nobody died. That was one heck of a tank slapper, but he's managed to hold on to it.
That was an absolute hair-raising moment there for Lenosis, and I tell you what, he will not be happy about that one little bit. As we see the battle up the front, every single car is on that back straight between Talladega and the Ferrari S's. That is how close this category now is. Absolutely insane. As they go through Toscana now. And Mountain Goat leading the way, but he's got the former champ right behind him who wants to pick up where he left off. GDR just behind these guys. Young Wakey running with them. They're starting to sort of... Oh, no, there's a little bit of an ECU issue there for the black car there from GDR. So you have to keep our eyes peeled on that. A little bit of glitching going on.
Does seem to be running a little bit rough around some of the corners. We'll just keep my eye on things there.
Look at this. Captain Muffin's running with these guys as well. And a bit further back, though. Oh, look at the battle going behind there. There's John. He's getting very aggro with Ricky Bobby. Oh, a little bit more contact going there as well. Ricky Bobby. Oh, John's in the middle of an APR sandwich. Looks like they get through there all cleanly. Second lap on the road. Lenosis has had a bit of a hair-raising moment. As Ricky Bobby goes up the inside of Foss. Can he get it done? Foss tries the switchback. And he makes it happen. Great job there. They're still side by side as they enter the Ferrari S's. It looks like Ricky Bobby is going to get it done. Niff's a little bit compromised with his line, and that's given John a little bit of a sniff as well. Lenosia's just behind these guys. These guys haven't dropped the rest of the field. John wants to throw it up the inside. Is he going to have a look? He's going to throw it in. Big look up on the inside of Foss there. Or Niff. I don't know which one's which anymore. What a battle this is. And you can see JP just in the background trying to make an inroad onto Evil Evo there. We'll go out the front now, though, because this battle here is getting absolutely intense. Mountain Goat, 4 tenths to the good. Distinct G's just behind them. Prima GDR right on his tail. With
These top 5 guys have just been joined at the hip for the last 3 laps.
And it looks like Ricky Bobby's actually gotten away from Nif, so that means that if these guys start battling, he's in a half a chance of a podium here. As up the inside there goes Captain Muffin. Ricky Bobby now, he has definitely split that pack behind him, and I wonder if he's got the pace to run with the guys in front. He's definitely within slipstream range. He's looking very strong as Ricky. Very comfortable behind that car. He's actually fastest car at the moment this lap. Foss with the fastest lap of the race at the moment with a 23.5. Crazy pace at the front. There's Captain Muffin now. Starting to lose the back of the top 3. And if you're Foss here, what do you decide to do? Do you decide to just push him along and just try and keep the toe for a lap? Or do you get by and try and make your own way through? Looks like Foss is just happy to sit behind at the moment. On board the rear end now of the Ironheart Motorsport, Renault Megane. Looking back at Foss. Muffin as well, just looking a little bit on the glitchy side, so we have had major PlayStation Network issues over the last 24, 48 hours. It has made international headlines as well. So we've had a few issues over the last 24 hours trying to get these guys in the right direction and at least getting some racing on the way. And it's fantastic to see that pretty much nearly every driver all night has had a bit of a run.
Yeah, it's been frustrating to say the least. Trying to get a bit of last-minute practice in this weekend. Turned into second practice, to be honest.
GDR goes up the inside in Mini NASCAR. Is he going to have a look up at Geesh? That was side by side through Toscana. Does GDR get the exit he wants? He does. There's a little bit of bumping and grinding going on, though, between Geesh and GDR. Look at this. An old rivalry renewed.
Right behind him, Foss is caught right up to the back of Captain Muffin. So Muffin's going to have his hands full there defending. And then right behind them, they've got Ricky Bobby and Young Wakey, whose slight drop down the order I missed due to another false fire alarm going off.
Well, that just says how hot the racing is at the moment. The fact that these guys are so close to each other, it's absolutely insane.
Oh, that's so cheesy and I love it.
We're really going with the grilled cheese.
There's some gamesmanship here. There's some gamesmanship here. Everyone's dodging around trying to slip the slipstream and no one's having a bar of it.
Oh, GDR just having some more issues there. Have to keep our eyes peeled on that. Because if it becomes too much of an issue, it could affect the race. Geesh now has just lost the back of the kid. Mountain Goat's pace up front, though. He definitely wants to lead this one. It's absolutely ridiculous how quick he's going.
He's run a 24.1, 23.9, 24.0, 24.0.
Ricky Bobby now has got the fastest lap of the race. He's set a 23.4 to join this queue at the front.
I reckon he'll be very, very happy with that. He wasn't sounding particularly confident in practice earlier this afternoon, but that might just lift his spirits a bit, and he's within sight of the top 5. Like, he's right there with them, so...
And if we know Ricky, he is a master at being able to... Oh, as he slides it through Tiramisu. He is an absolute master of being able to save the tyres and really look after the car. He's got good car management, as we've just seen just then. So he will be one to watch later in the race. This battle pack is just so close.
I'm just throwing my eye a bit further back down the grid. Not that far behind, to be honest. In 8th, you've got Niv. Half a second behind him is Lenosis. Half a second behind him is John, who will probably not be particularly happy about being behind Lenosis at this point.
No, they've got a very storied rivalry.
Oh, yes. It's a very, very spicy rivalry. All good-natured, but... can get very fiery at times.
Oh, who's that down the back of the field a little bit? GDR's gone very, very defensive. So he must have had a moment because Captain Muffin's going around the outside of him through Mini NASCAR. Oh, and Muffin's off into the weeds. He's been able to gather it up, but he will lose time to Foss as well. See right now, Muffin, he's one of the most cool, calm, collected drivers on the group, but when he gets angry, there is a lot of swearing going under that helmet as Ricky Bobby makes his way through. Oh, this battle pack. This is absolutely insane racing now just to get through the top 4.
And the beneficiary of any action going on here might just be young Wacky, who's sitting back in P7, just watching all of this unfold and thinking to himself, nah, I'm not going to get involved in this. I'm just going to let these 3 sort out their differences and I'll pick up the pieces if it comes to that.
Oh, Ricky Bobby going up the inside now of Captain Muffin. He almost nearly got Foss there. Ricky Bobby's got some fantastic pace at this stage of the race. He really does.
And there you go, young Wacky, up the inside of Muffin as well. He's on the outside of Ricky Bobby, into the Ferrari S's. Muffin thinks about making it 3 wide. That's brave. That's very brave.
Yep, so, if I'm Muffin here, I'm just cooling myself up a little bit. Because under that helmet's probably the angriest person I've ever met.
Yep. Take a big deep breath. Have some vanilla ice cream. And young Wacky shows a nose into Mini NASCAR.
Oh, jeez! Oh, that was a massive moment on the exit of the Mini NASCAR there, jeez. And he's just absolutely trying to catch Mountain Goat and almost just put himself into the wall there. Fantastic car control. Look at this now, though. Jeesh is definitely trying to fight for the lead here. On board the Ironheart Motorsports Renault.
I get the feeling GDR in P3 right now, he's probably just in the car management stage of the race. He doesn't want to burn the tyres too much. I found out personally how badly too much tyre wear can affect your race. So speaking of which, should we jump into a fuel and tyre update?
If you want to, I reckon we could very well just do that. Of course.
We're 12 minutes in, we're halfway through the race, so... you know, why not?
Let's do it. APR Automotive.
Up front, P1, Mr. Godey. He's probably sitting on about just over 60% fuel in the tank. Fuel's not really an issue in this race, so you know what? I'm just going to bypass the fuel update altogether. It's the front tyres that we are concerned about here at Lake Maggie East, and on those racing mediums, he's probably looking at about 12 to 15% wear on the front. It is a near-on identical situation for Geesh, who is right on his back bumper, going into T1, and is looking for, like, making a move, so might just see if that happens.
Oh, is he going to do it? He's going around the outside of Tiramisu, surely not.
No, he's backed out of that. That was ambitious.
Oh, no, he's kept the nose in. As they go through Arietta now, Geesh, side by side with the kid here.
That outside run compromised his exit out of that corner.
Geesh is definitely wanting to make this happen as he throws it up the inside into Talladega now. Goat takes the wide line. He's going to look for the cutback. Oh, he's got a good run on the exit too here. And what this is doing is just bringing GDR into this. There's a little bit of contact between Geesh and Goat. Geesh goes through. GDR's there as well, though.
Gives Goat a little bit of a bump draft. He's looking near on identical for tyre wear as well. Tell you what, you focus on the action, I'll just let you know about the tyres.
Oh, they're 3 wide as they go to Mini NASCAR. Mountain Goat has the inside line, but he can't hold it. Geesh. He's got a good exit, but look at the GDR. GDR's so aggressive right now. He just wants to take the lead and run with it.
Rightio. Ricky Bobby into the pits on the racing soft tyres. That was an interesting call.
Very intrigued.
Interesting. I'm not sure if that was intentional or whether that was a wrong tyre choice.
Oh, Geesh ran a little bit wide there. There's a little bit of back out now for Goat with Foss being in the mix. The battle for the lead of this race. GDR goes up the inside. Can he get the move done at Checo? Jeesh has to run wide, but he holds the line. GDR takes P2 now. And Foss is going to have a look as well at Jeesh. Jeesh is really getting belted around a bit here. Clips the grass a little bit.
Well, there must be something going on in the APR garage that I don't know about, because Lenosis is also on the racing soft tyres. And those two are the only two guys to not choose the mediums for this race. So, look, I can't offer any insight into that choice. I was under the impression that the medium tyre no-stop was the ideal way to go, but, you know, these guys are in Cat 1, not me, so...
Oh, Jeesh has just run really wide. Looks like Foss is going to take P3. There's a lot of bumping and grinding going on at the moment, as Mountain Goat just tries to take the defensive line. So looks like Goaty might be struggling a little bit on those tyres at this stage of the race. Same with Jeesh.
The top 6 are pretty much identical on tyres until we get down to P7 in Nif, who I understand is a controller driver.
He is.
He's got noticeably more wear on the front left than the guys around him. And also Lenosis, but he's on the racing soft compound. And for the most part, everyone's pretty much identical, so not much of a tyre and fuel update, I know, but that's the best I've got, I'm afraid.
And I know a lot of these guys in the top 5 here are all good mates off the track. They all get along quite well. But on the track, they are the most bitter of rivals. There's 3 former champions in this in Division 1 alone. And if you count Wakey, who's a former champion himself, 4 former Sector 1 champions, and in Goaty's case, reigning champ, that tells you that just the sheer quality in this field right now.
There, in that top 5, there is multiple bucket loads of talent.
Yeah, and if I'm Captain Muffin here, yeah, I've fallen a little bit behind, but all it's going to take is one little bit of contact. We've seen these guys they're not afraid at all to throw hands, so we will need to keep our eyes peeled on Captain Muffin. Oh, his GDR just looks so comfortable at the moment behind that Redo. Oh, Jeesh just struggling out of the exit of Tiramisu here. Young Wakey doing a great job, though, just to get back into this battle. Lost out a little bit early at the start of the race, dropped down to P7. He's found his way into this lead battle pack. Getting there, GDR just having some little ECU issues, so he might be just feeling the after effects of the PlayStation outage.
Just an update from a little further back down the pack. John is slowly but surely making inroads into Nif. And Lenosis is still persisting on those racing soft tyres. He's within half a second of John. Gets a little bit gappy back to CPJ in P10 to the tune of 2.8 seconds. And another 2 seconds back to Evil Evo. 3 seconds back to Dadson, who has a stickers right on his rear bumper. He was a little bit further back earlier in the race, so he's done well to claw himself back up and have a bit of a fight on his hands. And after that earlier pit stop, Ricky Bobby, who has just gone purple through the second sector on a fresh set of racing softs, I'm thinking he's decided to say, bugger the points, I'm going for the fastest lap.
Oh, GDR has now taken the lead of this race, so that must have been a move down in Mini NASCAR. Jeesh just trying to argue the case here with Mountain Goat, Foss with him as well. So Jeesh stuck in a bit of a BSR sandwich.
Jeesh is a bit wide. Foss tucks back in behind him. Young Wakey's still there as well.
Track's a little bit overcast at the moment too, so only help these guys a little bit more. Cooling tyres. Look at the top 5 though, they're split by nothing. 5 of the absolute best, not just in Sector 1, but Australia, period, as looks like Foss just decided to have a little bit of a look at Jeesh. Young Wakey there is all over the rear end. He might even just put the nose up the inside here as they head up the back straight towards Mini NASCAR.
He's definitely looking very racy.
Yeah, Young Wakey, look at this. Shows the nose.
Foss covers well.
GDR now, he's happy to lead this little battle pack. Muffin hasn't let go of this either, so these guys can't get too cute. They're all in the top 5, but it's only going to take one little error from Muffin to capitalise on these guys. And it looks like the lap times actually dropped a little bit when we say that, but GDR, 1 minute 24.2 last lap. Tells you what you need to know.
Everyone's in the sort of in the mid to high 27s. Goaty dropped to 24.3. GDR dropped to 24.2. Well, 24.299, so may as well call it a 24.3. Ricky Bobby has set the fastest lap of the race with a 1:23.1.
That's ridiculous pace. Mountain Goat just showed the nose into Talladega there. He really wanted to make that pass, but got better of it.
Foss has just dropped off a little bit off the back of Geesh. It's out to half a second now. He's got Young Wacky for company. Captain Muffin hanging around like a bad smell. He's not going away.
No, if anything, he's actually caught up a little bit here. The gap was 1.8, it's down to 1.3. Oh, someone's had a big moment. That's Foss in the wall. Oh, I wonder if there was a little bit of a helping hand there.
Have a look at that on our replay, see if we can catch what happened there.
Yeah, just going to have a look and see what happened on board. No, he just ran it too deep.
Self-inflicted. Yeah, ran it way too deep. Slipstream might have caught him out a little bit, but that's dropped him back. It's also dropped Young Wakey a little bit back off this guy. So, Geesh at the moment. Out of the top 5, the best drivers on their tyres at the moment are the 2 BSR guys in Foss and Goaty. I mean, we're splitting hairs at this point, but there is just that slight difference. What are we on? Lap 16. We're looking at this lap plus another 2.
Quite possibly. I think maybe even just just 2 laps left.
After this, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, GDR goes very, very defensive.
Oh, Goaty wanted that, but had nowhere to go.
Oh, GDR, look at these guys on the exit. He's just using all the grass. Looks like Goaty wants to make a move around the outside. If he can hold the line through Tiramisu, he may take the lead of this race, but this is the thing. Do you really want to be leading at this point?
Oh, Foss down the inside of Wacky, turn 1. Gets it done. Now he's right on the back of Geesh. The Ironheart driver in a BSR sandwich.
Yeah, it hasn't really left it. It's more like a roll, if anything.
It's so close, it's basically a wrap at this point. Now I'm hungry.
Now, well, we did burn the grilled cheese sandwich press, but that's not the point. The heat of the action is here on the track, and Mountain Goat is going to throw it up the inside of Talladega. Does he get it done on GDR? Yes, he does. Mountain Goat's the new leader of this race with only half left. But GDR, look at him just going up the inside as they head to this Ferrari S's.
Foss has gone defensive at the entrance of the S's. That's slightly compromised his run. Young Wakey just can't seem to make inroads, although he's playing Morse code on the rear bumper. Going in, backs out of it in a mini NASCAR. Thinks twice.
Geesh just running that wide line.
GDR not quite getting the exit he wanted out of mini NASCAR. He's going to have to go defensive on this straight because he has a very racy looking Geesh. And they're on lap 18. I do believe this will be the final lap. So it's basically on for young and old at this point.
Strap yourselves in, guys, as we enjoy the last lap of Cat 1A. The top 5 all within absolutely nothing of each other. Mountain Goat leads the way. But he's going to have a hellacious battle on his hands to hold this lead. Prima GDR in P2, Geesh in 3rd. Foss in 4th, Young Wakey in 5th. Captain Muffin's still there if anything goes wrong.
that trainer car is just weaving.
Oh, Young
Not
Wakey
wanting
goes up
to
the
give-
inside of Foss, gets it done.
Foss has got a better run up the hill. Kenny Gia holding it around the outside into the Ferrari curves. That's ambitious.
Has Mountain Goat done enough here to claim the win? 3/10 clear. The gap is closing though as they head through Toscana for the final time.
So we're going to come down to one braking zone.
Mountain Goat goes very defensive there. Jisha GDR. GDR's decided to go around the outside. He breaks real deep. Can he pull the car up? He's going to get a good exit here. It's going to be a drag race to the finish line. Mountain Goat goes ultra defensive here. I don't think he's going to hold on. He's going to hold on to take the win.
Drag race.
What a drag race to the finish. Jish third. Wakey fourth. Fifth was fun. I'm out of breath.
Captain Muffin P6, BSR Niv P7, John P8, Lenosis P9, Breathe Karen, CPJ P10, Evil Evo P11, Dadson P12, Ricky Bobby with the fastest lap P13, and Stickers has had a bit of a shocker, and P14. Wow.
Oh my
All right.
God.
Have you recovered your breath yet?
I'm mind blown by that. 5 cars right at the end. Like, absolutely nothing. Like, what was that? Strap yourselves in for the rest of the season, guys, seriously, because if we have racing like that for the rest of the goddamn year, you are in for an absolute treat here in Sector 1. I'm shaking. I'm actually that excited from that race. Holy mother of wow. Where do you start?
If that's any indicator of what we're in for the rest of the season, yeah, buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a cracker.
All right, I think
I'm loving this.
I think we're going to start with the race results because that's a good place to start. Holy God. So, Mountain Goat defends his, starts his championship defense off in the right way with the victory. Prima GDR, less than a tenth behind at after 25 minutes. Distinct Jish, welcome back, P3. Young Wakey in 4th. Foss in 5th. The top 5 split by just over a second. Captain Muffin right there in P6 if anything went wrong. Niff in 7th. John in 8th. Lenocious in P9. J50 in 10th. Evil Evo 11th. Danson 12th. Ricky Bobby in 13th. Stickers in 14th. Fastest lap does go to Ricky Bobby with a 1 minute 23.159. And that is round 1. Run and done. The Megasprint. What an absolutely phenomenal round of racing between all 4 categories. Seriously. Rebs has fired in saying drive of the day, top 5 races. Rocky's agreed. Grovels said driver of the day, Muffin. Driver of the day, Carbon Boys smoke alarms from Woody.
I love you, Woody.
Kez has said great race, guys. Well done, Goaty. How do you pick a driver of the day from that, seriously? Because that was phenomenal. I think this is going to be a unique situation.
I would say flip a coin, but I don't have a 5-sided coin. So,
yeah.
You know what? I'm going to give my driver of the day to Young Wacky. He was always up there in the top 5, had a bit of a stumble early on in the race and dropped back a bit, but managed to claw his way back up and hang in there to pick up a P4.
Deborah's fired in as well. She
with
said,
that top half, like that top 6 drivers, to drop back and then claw yourself back into it. Yeah, that's very commendable. So I got to give my driver of the day to Young Wacky.
Yeah. Oh, God, where do you start? Deborah's also fired in the chat saying driver of the day has to be Goaty. He fought all the way to the end. Amazing. That's a very valid point. Goaty up in front and against that caliber of field to take the win and barely by that amount is just nuts. Ghost has fired in the chat. Very good debut by the IH lads. I said motorsport. Apparently it's sim sport. I do apologise, Sean. We have work to do. But
I also said sim sport. So again, my apologise.
It is sim sport. So you got it right. I didn't.
Oh. Yay!
Diswood's fighting. If you had a coin, spend it on batteries. Oh, God. Wakey driver of the day from Bumcrack. Brocky said, don't have any work to do. After watching that top 5, Brocky, I'm not so sure, because if the rest of the season's anything to go by, mate, that's nuts racing. 5 drivers split between a second, and it was going anyway at any time. And Sean summed it up best. Awesome night of racing. Well done, drivers, comms, and streamers. Oh, boy. I'm gonna break the rules here and say every single driver in the top 5 deserves to be driver of the day, but I can't do that, so I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to give it. I am just going to say it. I think, that's all I can do. If I have to give it to one of them, well, I'll give it to Muffin in P6. I think, I can't.
That's fair.
I can't split the top 5, and for Muffin to return, be in that battle pack for quite a while. Finish P6. He's only just a tiny bit behind him. He's almost in that caliber, almost. And it's great to see the kid back. Seriously, it's fantastic to have Muffin around.
Indeed.
I reckon we might wrap the stream up pretty quickly because it has been quite a long night. Any final words or thoughts there, Luke?
Final words. The smoke detectors are actually mains powered, so I don't think batteries are going to do me any good. But aside from that, thank you everyone who tuned into the stream tonight. Thank you for coming along and watching and showing your support by hitting the like button and the subscribe if you have not already. Thank you very much for keeping us company, and we hope you enjoy what we do here. And I am very excited for the rest of the season, both driving and doing comms.
Yep, agreed. And I think a big thanks does go to the RDs tonight. Wow, what a job from the banker, Muffin, Ghost, and yourself, Luke. Awesome job. It's great to be back in the box, and done a fantastic job, especially with the way the servers have been over the last 24 hours. We didn't know what was going to happen. Big thanks to... Yeah, I know.
Don't get me started.
Big thank you as well to Lenocious, who's double duty tonight. Of course, doing the first half of the stream and then stepping out and getting behind the wheel. It is not an easy challenge to do these Megasprint streams, especially when we have to switch across over the intermissions. It's, Woody's fired in the chat. Final words. Pay your power bill, Carbon Boy. Brent Ghost is going to send the bill. Lenocious garlic chocolate has melted. Yeah, with racing
If I hadn't paid my power bill, my alarms wouldn't function. Just as an observation.
And with the racing as hot as it is, I think the garlic chocolate has well and truly melted. If Ghost is going to send me a bill, at least be a bill for beer. That'd be great. Big thank you does go to everyone who's jumped in the stream tonight, liked it, commented, subscribed. We've now hit, I believe, 785 subscribers, which is an awesome effort. Absolutely great to see. We've also hit, I believe, 36 likes on the stream. So big thank you, everybody. Make sure you tune in for the next round. And of course, big thank you to all the guys behind the scenes getting season 10 off with a bang. All the work by the livery lords, all the work by the administration crew, stewards, streaming side of things as well, the team owners getting their squads sorted and ready to go for this one. Well, where do we begin? Where does it end, really? It's just been a phenomenal effort to get this this season underway, and very much looking forward to the next round, which of course is next weekend, Category 2. Back to our main racing, of course. We're going to be doing Cat 2 A and B, so Divisions 3 and 4 around Laguna Seca, a track we have not seen for a little while, and home of the famous corkscrew. It is an absolute bloodbath of a track, and we have seen absolute chaos happen there before, but we have seen some of the best racing you'll ever witness here, so stay tuned next week for that one. On behalf of Luke and myself, and all the commentators and streamers tonight, I am Brent, aka Karen. Big thank you to everybody for watching tonight. Stay tuned, and we will see you next week live on Sector 1. Good night, bang, and good night. Mwah. We'll see you later. Have a good night. And
bye-bye.
How do I end the stream? I forgot.
You click the button.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this one.
Hi. Wow.
That was a bit.
That was awesome. I've actually done better streams